Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. This is the big watch along today. It is going to be England women against China, the final group game of Group D. England, of course, just need that point to go through and face Nigeria in the last 16. Should be able to do it. We think. I would imagine so. We'll get into it very shortly. Coming up the other side of this intro.
Lionesses, you come so far, but don't forget who you are. Your roots are yours, but also ours. Giving hope to rising stars. Lionesses, here we go. 2-8-0.
And that song, of course, is Pete Drake's new single for the Women's World Cup. So there's a link down in the description there. Go and check that out. So the England lineup then. Last year at the Euros, Serena made no changes to the starting 11 throughout the tournament, but she's made some more changes today. So England lineup like this: it's Mary Earps in goal, the back four, Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, the captain. Jess Carter comes in, looks like at centre-back. Alex Greenwood's going to move out to left-back. In midfield then, that's where the problem area is, of course, with Kiera Walsh's injury. So Georgia Stanway's dropped in. Katie Zellum comes into the starting lineup. I maybe was a bit surprised she didn't come on the other day when Kiera got injured. But anyway, Katie Zellum's in. It looks like Rachel Daly may well be playing in that midfield position. So she started the 3 games that she's played in 3 different positions so far in the World Cup. Then the front 3, Lauren Hemp comes back in. Alessia Russo is number 9. And, of course, Lauren James keeps her place. And why not after that great goal performance the other day? So that's the England lineup then for this game. So there's 2 changes to the starting up: Jess Carter and Katie Zellum. I know 3 because Lauren Hemp comes in as well. So 3 changes. That's a lot for Serena to make. So that's 5 changes in the last 2 games. So it just goes to show, doesn't it, how England are kind of we've not been quite as consistent, have we? And this is one of the reasons why, of course, because we're not getting a consistent team week in, week out due to injuries and 1 or 2 other issues. Now, if you've seen China in this competition so far, I'm pretty sure we'll all be confident, won't we, that England can at least get the draw that we need to top the group and go through. I think we'll win, if I'm honest. And it'd be nice, wouldn't it, to get a strong performance, because so far I wouldn't say we played badly. We've had 2 okay performances, 2 very, very good victories. But we still don't look quite as cohesive, do we, as we have done previously, and obviously as we did last summer, of course, a year ago yesterday, wasn't it, the anniversary of that final success. And just looking through the team today, there's a lot of different players, isn't there, in the lineup, and that's why maybe we're not quite as cohesive as we were. But it's fine. You know, I'm sure today we will be able to put the performance in that we need to do to get the result that we need. And I say anything more than that's a bonus. If we can win the game by 3 or 4 goals, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? China are very organised. They don't concede many goals, do they? They're not exactly scoring a load of goals either. A bit like us, I suppose. So it's probably going to be a reasonably tight game, but I imagine we'll win. Get your predictions in the chat for us, guys. See what you think the score will be. I'm going to go with, I know the other night I was more thinking just a 1-0, and a 1-0 would do. I actually think we might do better than that today. I'm going to go for a 3-0. I'm going to go for a 3-0 today for England. I think we'll get an early goal again, and this time I think we will get the second goal and then possibly a third as well later on. So yeah, I think we're better than this China side by quite some distance. So I do think that with that in mind, I think we'll win the game 3-0. Let me know what your score predictions are. As long as we get the draw, at the end of the day, it's not that important, I suppose. But I think building momentum going into the knockout stage is going to be important. 3 wins out of 3 would be fantastic. And of course, then another clean sheet as well would be great, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'm sure we can get the result. I'm sure we'll be in that knockout stage, and I'm sure it'll be Nigeria that we will be facing in the last 16. So that'll be great, won't it? So let's see how it goes today then. I'll say a slightly new look England team. We're not 100% sure yet exactly what Rachel Daly's role is going to be in this side, actually, because she's not a left back unless we're going 3 at the back. She could possibly be as a wing back, maybe, but it seems unlikely that Serena will change the shape of the team too much. It looks like she may well just be going into that midfield position, maybe taking Georgia Stanway's role. Georgia taking Kiera's role a little bit more, sitting deeper, and of course Katie Zellum coming in. She does that job really well, and I was quite surprised it wasn't her that came on for Kiera the other day when Kiera got injured. But anyway, she starts today. It's a big opportunity for her first tournament start as well, isn't it? So it's going to be good. Let's just hope we can get the result. Of course, China needs a better Denmark result, don't they, themselves to qualify? So they've got something to play for as well. So they're not just going to sit back and defend. They potentially need to win this game, don't they, if they're going to go through. In a draw would be enough for them should Denmark lose. But you'd imagine Denmark will probably be, well, having said that, Denmark haven't impressed me so much in this World Cup either. So who knows? But yeah, it's something to play for China as well. They need to win this game, really, don't they, to qualify? So yeah, it should be a good game. We're 10 minutes or so, just under 10 minutes away from kick-off. The teams are in the tunnel, ready to come out. Although England technically are the away team in this particular game, we are wearing our home shirt, the white, with the dark blue shorts, as we did in the previous game as well. And the players are in the tunnel, just having a little chat to the little mascots there, which is a nice moment. Lauren James, of course, player of the match against Denmark. That great goal, back in the team again, understandably so. Looking for another big performance from her, I'm sure. And let's see if we can take our chances a little bit better today and get a few more goals. Terry says in the chat, how you doing, Terry? Says, morning, Richard. Been looking forward to this one, hoping for a good, strong and dominating performance, 4-1, only because we're so prone to mistakes at the back. Terry says, come on the roof. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going for 3-0. I don't think China look enough of a threat going forward, really, to cause us too many problems defensively. Yes, we've made 1 or 2 mistakes, but, 2 clean sheets out of 2. I can't see any reason why we can't get another one today. And, of course, a clean sheet's enough to top the group for us, isn't it, anyway, regardless of anything else. But, yeah, it'd be nice to get a few goals, wouldn't it, and finally show that we can. We have found our shooting boots again, because the first year or so under Serena, we were scoring goal after goal, wasn't we? We couldn't stop scoring, and suddenly the goals have dried up, haven't they? But at the end of the day, we've got the quality, haven't we, in this team? We know that, we've got goals in us, and I'm sure one day it's going to come right for us, isn't it, in front of goal, and someone's going to suffer and we'll score 4 or 5 goals against somebody. Maybe it'll be China today, or maybe it'll be somebody in the knockout stage. We'll have to wait and see. The players are lining up. We're going to have the national anthems coming up very, very shortly, and hopefully England can get the result that we need. But I say China need a win, so it could be quite an interesting game. They're going to have to, at some stage in the game, they're going to have to come forward and attack, because a draw probably won't be enough for them. Bearing in mind Denmark will probably be, well, you don't know, a draw might be enough for them in the end, who knows. But anyway, they're going to have to try to win the game, China, aren't they? And I think that might play into our hands a little bit. And maybe there'll be a few more gaps open up, especially later in the game. If it's still a draw, if it's still 0-0, they're still in it, China. They're going to have to try and push on, aren't they, to get a goal. So it may open things up, and we may end up getting a goal, another couple of goals, and win a little bit more convincingly. But we'll see what happens. We know China are a technically gifted team, aren't they? They're quick. They've got very technical players, but we're much better than them, and I have absolutely no doubt that we will win this game reasonably comfortably in the end. But we'll have to work hard for it, of course. You don't get nothing easy on a World Cup stage, do you? So we're looking forward to this. So it's going to be good. We've just had the Chinese national anthem. They will be up for this game. China, they've got 1 point so far. And no, they've got 3 points, haven't they? Because they beat Haiti and drew with Denmark. No, they lost to Denmark and beat Haiti. And here comes our national anthem. It always seems weird to me when you've got the England manager not singing the national anthem, because obviously, she's not English. So you can understand why she's not singing it, and that's fair enough. It just seems a little bit strange, doesn't it? Anyway, Terry says they're gutted for Portugal this morning. Plus doesn't sound right. Roared of Man City. She's always a gooner in my eyes. Yeah, it seems strange that she's now playing for Man City, but it's good to have her back in the WSL, I suppose, isn't it? She's a great player. We know that. And she was a great player for Arsenal, of course. But, we'll have to get used to her playing against us this season, won't we? Again, she's played against us the last couple of years, actually, for Wolfsburg, hasn't she, in the Champions League? So, it's unfortunate for Portugal. But that's the World Cup for you, isn't it? It's what happens. It's exciting, isn't it? It's been quite a good group stage, hasn't it? I don't think the tournament's quite caught fire yet, but it never normally does until the knockout stage anyway. So I'm sure that the next week or so is going to be a lot more exciting. But there's still something to play for in this game. It's not, we haven't qualified yet. We certainly haven't won the group yet. We need to do a job here, and we need to win this game. And let's hope that we can. But yeah, we're looking forward to this. It should be a good game. And let's hope that we are celebrating in a couple of hours' time, having won the group, and looking forward to the game against Nigeria, which won't be easy. But it maybe could have been worse, couldn't it? I think Nigeria are beatable. I think we can definitely beat them. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Anyway, the two captains, Millie Bright and Shanxin Wang for China, are just doing the pre-match rituals. The referee is Casey Rebelt. I'm not quite sure where she's from, but anyway, that is where we are. So China, they're playing a 4-4-2 formation, actually, which is quite unusual these days, isn't it? It doesn't seem to happen very often, but that's China's formation. So they're going to be difficult to break down, aren't they? They're going to get two lines of four behind the ball, make it hard for us, of course, as you would expect them to do. And it's going to be down to us to break them down, isn't it? And let's see if we can manage to do that. So it looks like Katie Zellum and Georgia Stanway are going to be sitting a little bit deeper. Lauren James and Rachel Daly just ahead. And then, of course, Alessia Russo trying to link the play. Let's hope she gets a little bit better service today, and that she can get some balls into the box for her to attack, and she can get one or two chances, hopefully get herself a goal. She got 4 at the Euro, didn't she? But all 4 of those were coming off the bench. So she needs to get a goal from the start, doesn't she? And today would be a great opportunity for her to do that. Terry says, has there been any news on Kiera Walsh? Only the fact that it's not an ACL, which is good news. Whether or not she's going to be able to play any further part in the World Cup, we don't know how serious a knee injury it is, other than it's not an ACL. So that's good news for her. But whether or not it's going to mean that she's going to be available to play at any point in the World Cup, I would imagine probably not, looking at the injury, but you never know. It might not have been as bad as it looked, and she may well be fit to play some part later on, potentially against Nigeria. We'll have to see. Anyway, we're just about to get ready for the kickoff here. It is going to be a very, very good game. England in the white, of course, China in red with yellow trim, traditional kit for them. It's going to be England to kick off. We're attacking the goal to our left in this first half. And let's hope for some goals. Terry says, let's hope some crosses come Russo's way in this game. Yeah, exactly, yeah. We just want to get Russo some better service, and I'm sure if we do, she'll score some goals. Anyway, we are off and underway. England attacking the goal to our left. The ball's over on that far side with Lucy Bronze. She plays it back to Jess Carter, who is indeed playing as a central defender today, alongside the captain, Millie Bright. Alex Greenwood at left back plays that long ball forward, looking for the run there of Lauren Hemp, but China do deal with that, try to come forward themselves, but England win the ball back in midfield. Georgia Stanway, now it's with Rachel Daly, who's playing on the left of the midfield, sort of free, if you like. Katie Zellum and Georgia Stanway. We're almost looking like a 4-4-2 at the moment as well. But anyway, the ball's over on that far side at the moment. Alessia Russo's gone out there to try and win the ball, and she's won a throw. The England and Arsenal number 23, of course, the new Arsenal player, which we're looking forward to seeing her playing for Arsenal this season, aren't we? Coming up, it's going to be an exciting season, isn't it, for the Arsenal women? Let's hope we can get 1 or 2 more signings in, I think we need, and then we'll be ready to challenge for all those big honours, you know, the WSL title, and, of course, compete in the Champions League as well. But let's get this World Cup out of the way first, and hopefully we can enjoy a few more weeks of this World Cup with England going all the way through. to the final again. That'd be great, wouldn't it, after what happened last year? Anyway, it is a throw to England over on the far side. China just put the ball out, actually. England have taken that now. It's with Millie Bright. Plays a long ball out to that far side, looking for Lucy Bronze. She can't quite get that ball under control, and China can bring it away. And then it goes out off Georgia Stanway, I think it was. It's going to be a throw to China over on that far side there, left. Lucy Bronze always looking to push on, isn't she? Get forward as much as she can. And she was there, but she couldn't quite get that ball under control. And in the end, China managed to get it away. China got another throw again in their own half over on that far side. Can England get it together today in the attacking third of the pitch, where we've struggled, haven't we? Not just in this World Cup, in the build-up to it as well. We haven't really scored too many goals at all, have we, in the last 4 or 5 games? So we need something a bit different today, don't we? A little bit better from us in that final third. Everywhere else, we're okay, aren't we? It'd be interesting to see how this midfield works today without Kiera, of course. Anyway, Millie Bright now in possession for England, plays it square to Alex Greenwood, who's come quite central. Sometimes England look as though we've got a three at the back in possession, actually, with Jess Carter, Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood, because Lucy Bronze always wants to push on, and Rachel Daly on this left-hand side as well, almost like 2 wing-backs when we've got the ball to give us that little bit of extra width. England just trying something a little bit different today. It's not really worked, has it, so far? Millie Bright's long ball hasn't really found a target there. China managed to clear it away, but Alessia Russo's done well. Wins the ball, plays it out to that far side to Lucy Bronze. She's almost playing as a right winger. Georgia Stanway gives it back to Bronze again over on that far side. This is good from England. Lauren Hemp gives it back to Lucy Bronze. Some nice passing here. Georgia Stanway tries to go past 2 defenders. Just couldn't quite make it. And China do manage to get possession again. Trying to come forward themselves. That's a long ball dinked over the top. Looked like an offside potentially there. But Millie Bright's in and wins the ball anyway. So we don't need to worry too much about that. And now we can try and come forward with Rachel Daly. She plays it back to Alex Greenwood now into midfield. Georgia Stanway plays the ball forward to Lauren James. We haven't really seen her so far. There's a poor first touch from her there, actually. The ball ran away from her. But Alessia Russo's picked it up. She's looking good in the early part of this game, Russo's done really well down this near side. Played the ball into Lauren. Lauren Hemp gets across the 6-yard box, just beyond Lucy Bronze. But it's back in again by James. Russo shot. Oh, and it's in! Russo scored! 3.5 minutes played. England lead. Alessia Russo with the goal. It didn't look like the cleanest strike, actually, but it's gone into that far corner. I just said she'd had a good start to this game. It's been rewarded. She's got herself a goal. England lead. And you imagine from this position now, we should go on now to get at least a point that we need. And Russo's off the mark for the World Cup. Are they doing a VAR check there? No, it wasn't. It was just a good tackle from Millie Bright. That's what started that move, actually. Russo did really well in the build-up to it as well earlier on down this near side. It's a lovely ball through. Played the ball in to Lauren Hemp. It was on this near side, the left. Her cross, looking for Lucy Bronze. It's only half cleared, and Lauren James headed it down. Russo, nice touch. A lovely finish, actually. I think it was just the fact that she had no real backlift on the shot. It went through a defender, and the keeper couldn't get there. And England lead 1-0, very early goal. Again, as we did against Denmark, we wasn't able to build on that. Let's hope we can today. Terry says there, Russo, indeed. Alessia Russo gets her first World Cup goal. She is off and underway. Another Arsenal player to find the target in this World Cup. There's been a lot of Arsenal goals, hasn't there, in the group stage. Of course, Amanda Illistat's got 3 for Sweden. Steph Catley's got 2 for Australia. Katie McKay, of course, scored for Ireland. Russo's now scored for England. The Arsenal women are flying the flag at this World Cup, aren't they? Leading the way in the goal-scoring stakes. And England now should, from this platform, be able to build on this against the China team who don't score too many goals. But they know they need a result here today if they're going to qualify. So they're going to have to take a few more risks. And England coming forward again. That's a good ball looking for Lauren James over on that far side. She's actually playing on the right-hand side. And it looks as though Lauren James is quite central, actually. It's a bit of a hybrid formation for England, actually, in this early stage of this game. But it certainly worked so far. It's been a strong start from England. And is this going to be the day when it all clicks into place for us? We're coming forward now over on that far side, inside the penalty area there. Georgia Stanway, I think it was, coming forward there, but she wasn't able to get past the Chinese defender there, Wang, and it is going to be a throw now to China over on that far side. So England lead, and as things stand, we are romping the group, aren't we? 9 points out of 9. It would be, I know we've not played our best football yet, but to get 9 points out of 9 is still good. And they're just showing a goal from behind the goal. What a great angle that was of the goal. Russo's shot from just inside the area, caught the keeper out, and has gone into the bottom corner. And it's about time she got a goal. You can see how happy her teammates are for her as well. And that's her first goal at the World Cup. Hopefully the first of many, as I'm sure there's going to be more to come from Alessia Russo. Good to see her get off the mark. Anyway, it's a goal kick now to China. We've played 7 minutes. It is China 0, England 1. Russo with the goal. And a great goal it was as well. England haven't scored too many goals at this World Cup, but the 2 that we've scored in open play have both been great goals, haven't they? Lauren James's against Denmark and Russo's today against China. I'm sure her confidence will be really boosted by that. She looked a little bit down in the dumps the other day, didn't she? Because she didn't really get the service. But if you give her the service and give her the chances, she will score a goal. She's on the ball again inside the box, plays it out to that far side to Lucy Bronze. Tried to get the cross in, but she was closed down actually well there by the Chinese fullback. And now England having to go backwards to Millie Bright. It was her tackle that started the move for that goal. And England now looking a lot more confident, pinging the ball around. This is a lot more like the England that we know. But this was the same against Denmark, wasn't it? We got the early goal. We were playing well for 20 minutes, and then we sort of lost our way in that game a little bit. Yes, the injury didn't help coming later on, but yeah, let's hope today we can just keep this going and get a good victory. Anyway, Lauren Hemp over on that far side, England's right. She's got 2 defenders for company. She does well. Lauren Hemp keeps the ball. Still keeps the ball, done really well. Had her shirt pulled there, but she's done well. The referee allows play to go on. Lauren James now on the edge of the Chinese penalty area. Plays the ball inside, looking for the run there of Lauren Hemp, but the defence there for China managed to clear that away. That was really good play there from Lauren Hemp. Did really well over on that far side, the right. And England are in total control of this game. We've played 8.5 minutes. Millie Bright plays it square to Alex Greenwood. In fact, she leaves it for Rachel Daly. Alex Greenwood now gets it back. It is almost like a free at the back for England, you have to say. Slightly different formation, but it's certainly working so far. Rachel Daly flicks that ball on. Again, Russo, it's a great touch from her. Holds the ball up well. Plays it back to Katie Zellum. Big day for her, isn't it? Katie Zellum getting her first start in the World Cup. And with Kiera Walsh likely to be out for a while, you fear it's an opportunity for Katie Zellum to get in the team and stay there now, isn't it? She's not had too many opportunities to touch the ball yet in these first sort of 9.5 minutes, but I'm sure she'll grow into the game as it goes on. Anyways, Georgia Stanway plays it out to that far side. Jess Carter finds Lucy Bronze, plays it up the line to Lauren James, who's now gone over to that right-hand side. Very fluid in attack so far for England. This new formation's working well. Lauren James and Lauren Hemp keep swapping sides, creating different problems for the Chinese defence, and it's certainly working in these early stages here. Alex Greenwood now just on halfway for England, plays up this near side. Rachel Daly takes a touch and then plays up the line. Russo turns away from the defender, gets a cross in towards the edge of 6. Thomas goalkeeper misses it. Oh, it goes right across the goal. Lucy Bronze wasn't quite in there far enough to be able to get on the end of that. Great play again from Russo. She's been outstanding in these opening 10 minutes here. What a start it's been to the game for her. Almost got an assist there, having scored the goal. Lovely bit of play down his near side. Turned away from the defender and then put a lovely cross in with her left foot. The keeper completely missed it, and had Lucy Bronze gambled on that, she would have had a little tap in and it would have been 2-0 to England. It was just a nice little finish there. They're just showing a goal again from Russo with her right foot. And she looked delighted, didn't she, to finally get off the mark in this World Cup and put England in control and on the brink of qualification for the knockout stage. I mean, I think we all expected us to, obviously, to get through. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We obviously expected us to, but, I know the performances haven't quite caught fire yet, but, 3 wins out of 3 is looking likely now. Can't do much more than that, can you, at a World Cup? Really bright now with that long ball over to that far side. It's a good ball as well. Looking for the run again of Lucy Bronze, who's very, very far forward over on that far side, but China managed to get that ball away. Terry says there that the more you see Russo's goal, the better it was. No, you're right. Exactly. It was a great goal, wasn't it? I just think it didn't look as though she hit it particularly cleanly, did it, initially? And maybe she didn't have the power that, but you don't need to. If you put it right in the corner, the keeper was slightly moving the other way and he wasn't able to get across and save it. So, yeah, great finish. Great goal. A great first touch, actually, as well, in the build-up to that goal. A lovely first touch before she finished. So, yeah. A great start for England and a great start for Alessia Russo. England in possession again now. Alex Greenwood plays it in to midfield to Katie Zellum. Finds Rachel Daly on this near side. England's left gives it back to Alex Greenwood again. Plays it into Russo. That ball was fired into Russo. She struggled to get it under control, but Rachel Daly's won it back. And England, China aren't threatening at all, are they? They're just sitting back. Do they not realise they need a result in this game to go through, or maybe they just want to try to keep themselves in the game and then push on later on? Who knows? But anyway, it's kind of what they did in the last game, isn't it? When they got that win, lucky win, you have to say, against Haiti. It was that late penalty, wasn't it, that gave them the victory there? Maybe Haiti could have had 2 penalties of their own. I thought that was a bit fortunate to win that game, China, actually. But anyway, if they don't show a little bit more ambition in this game, they're going to go out of the World Cup, aren't they? And England will be cruising through to the last 16 with 9 points out of 9. Millie Bright now in possession, finds Alex Greenwood and then plays it up the line. Lauren James on this near side now. She does well. Katie Zellum plays the ball forward now. Russo, she's got a lot of space in front of her, just on the edge of the China penalty. That's a lovely ball across the box. Is it going to be 2-0? Oh, it's just over there from Lauren Hemp. Oh, Russo maybe could have gone for a goal herself. It's a lovely ball across the box. Lauren Hemp's claiming that she was fouled in the area. I don't know whether VAR are going to look at this. Could be a penalty for England, potentially. Let's have a look at the replay here. Lovely play from Katie Zellum. Found Alessia Russo. She had a lot of space. Instead of going herself, what a lovely ball that is across the box. Oh, that looked like it was a foul. I think that should be a penalty. If VAR look at this, that could well be a penalty. Oh, they haven't. I don't know if they've even looked at it. It's just a goal kick. She looks like she got a real, heavy challenge on her there, Lauren Hemp. After she'd already got the shot away, but it still looked like a foul. Anyway, Terry says there, what a ball. It was a fantastic ball, wasn't it, from Alessia Russo there. It looked like she could have gone on herself, but it was a fantastic pass, almost created a goal. So she's had a goal already. She could have had 2 assists, and we've only played 14 minutes. Brilliant start for Alessia Russo. Anyway, England back in possession again. Jess Carter over on that far side. I'm surprised VAR didn't maybe look at that. It did seem a late challenge on Lauren Hemp. After she got the shot away, she was hit by the defender. And, I don't know whether VAR have looked at it, but they got on with the game very quickly. It suggests they didn't. Anyway, Lucy Bronze now over on that far side, a very advanced position, plays the ball into Katie Zellum again. Oh, she tried to thread it out to the far side, but the ball was cut out. And China can now win some possession back. And in fact, they've won a free kick. Millie Bright it was with the foul, the England captain. And this has been a good performance from England so far, you have to say. But very similar to Denmark, we was great for 20 minutes in that game, wasn't we? We've played nearly 15 here. England in total control. They are 1-0 to the good and could easily have had a couple more goals as well. Rachel Daly now inside the centre circle finds Lauren James. Now she plays it back to her Chelsea teammate Jess Carter. Now Georgia Stanway pings out to that far side to Lucy Bronze on halfway. Plays it square to Jess Carter again. And now back to Millie Bright. England just taking the pace out of the game for a few moments here. Just keeping some nice, comfortable possession inside their own half. And the ball's now gone back to Mary Earps, who's been a virtual spectator, actually, in his opening 15 and a half minutes. That may well be her first touch, or maybe second, but she certainly hasn't had anything else to do. China have offered no threat whatsoever going forward. Rachel Daly now on this near side, England's left, looking for the ball into Russo, but it wasn't a great ball, actually, and China can deal with that and try to come forward themselves. But again, England won the ball back. Katie Zellum it was. Got in the way there, blocked that pass, but that was a poor ball from Millie Bright. It's gone out for a throw to China on this near side, just inside England's half. Millie Bright's distribution hasn't been great in this World Cup so far, has it? Either long or short. Passes haven't been too good, have they? Anyway, Lee's going to take this throw on this near side for China, just inside the England half. can China create any opportunities? Because they need to find something if they're going to stay in this World Cup. Mary Earps has got the ball back there from Katie Zellum, who's having a decent game. Katie Zellum, you have to say, she's looking comfortable in this England team. Millie Bright now bringing the ball forward for England, plays it to Jess Carter over on that far side. Jess Carter comes forward towards halfway, plays the ball square to Millie Bright, and it comes to this near side. Alex Greenwood goes back again to Millie Bright. England just managing the game well at this moment in time. That's a good ball forward that time for Millie Bright. Look for Lauren Hemp now. It's come to Ruth over on that far side. Gets the ball out to Lucy Bronze. That's a good cross. Lauren Hemp flicks it on, but nobody's there. And China are able to clear that away, but not very far. Georgie Stubber heads it back in. Ruth towards Lauren Hemp again. But again, China deal with it. They've defended reasonably well, China. They're very organised, and they've got bodies behind the ball, making it difficult for us. But we've still created 2 or 3 chances. But you do feel that we do need that second goal today, don't we? I think that will really settle us down, and it could be the springboard to go on and have a really dominant performance and a big scoreline that we've been crying out for, haven't we? We've been wanting to see England at their best. Katie Zellum, it's a good ball, actually. Oh, is that a foul? Surely that's a foul on Rachel Daly. It is a foul. It's going to be a free kick to England. It was Lee there with the foul. Actually plays for PSG, one of a couple of these Chinese players who play in Europe. One of their substitutes actually plays for Celtic in Scotland. But anyway, that is definitely a free kick there from Lee. Rachel got there first, and then she was tackled or fouled there. And it is going to be a free kick. So in a pretty good position, this actually, for a free kick to England, you have to say. It's just slightly on this near side. It's about, 20 yards outside the penalty area. Alex Greenwood is over it. Looks like she's going to try to dink that ball in towards the penalty spot. Would be a good place to put it, wouldn't it? Cause a little bit of uncertainty in that Chinese defence. And in fact, Katie Zellum's over the ball at the moment, and Lauren Hempster as well. In fact, it looks as though Alex Greenwood has moved away. As she knows, she hasn't. Alex Greenwood is still there. Maybe it looks like Katie Zellum might be taking responsibility here. China have got a wall, but I'm not sure whether or not they're going to need a wall. I can't see it's too far out for a shot, you would expect. But anyway, let's see what happens here. Lauren James has just gone on the end of the Chinese wall. And it's going to be a free kick. Now it's gone. It's just played short to Katie Zellum. Plays it towards the edge here. Rachel Daly. This is something from the training ground, but it hasn't really gone particularly well. But we still got the ball. Lucy Bronze plays it into the box. China clear it away. There's almost a little bit of uncertainty there if England knew what they were doing on that free kick. However, I don't know whether that was the plan. It was just played short to Katie Zellum, who seemed surprised to have got it. But anyway, Katie Zellum did deliver a ball into the box or towards the edge of the box, but it didn't really work out too well, that free kick routine, did it? It's now free kick to China, looking to come forward pretty much for the first time over on the far side. Is Mary Earps going to be called into action? We've played nearly 20 minutes. It is China 0, England 1, and as things stand, England will be winning the group and going through to the last 16 to play Nigeria. China would be going home. And that attack for them has come to nothing. There's a good tackle actually by Jess Carter. Now Lucy Bronze plays the ball forward, looking for Lauren Hemp, but China do manage to win the ball back. And we have played 20 minutes. Terry says that Defo wasn't off the training. It didn't look like it, but maybe that was the plan. I remember there was that free kick, wasn't there, a few years ago that scored against Arsenal, where it looked as though they didn't know what they were doing, and then they scored from it. So I don't know whether it was something along those lines we were trying. I don't know, but it didn't look as though they knew what they were doing. And in the end, it didn't work out too well, did it? So maybe they didn't. But anyway, hopefully the next free kick, we might just put the ball into the box, because that's how you generally score, don't you, when the ball's in the box. Anyway, it's a throw to England on this near side, which Alex Greenwood is going to take. Rachel Daly just tied her bootlaces there. And it's going to be a throw to England on this near side. England total control. We've had 78% possession so far. Very similar to the Denmark game in the opening 20 minutes. And then we wasn't able to really maintain that level, was we, for the rest of that game? And I know the injury didn't help us, did it? But anyway, Anyway, England have won the ball back again. No, we haven't actually. We've just given it away to China. It is Wang, of course, their star player who plays in America, scored the winning goal against Haiti. Coming forward now on that far side, trying to ball into the box there. And it's an opportunity on the edge of the 6-yard box. Millie Bright's in to clear it away. And that's the first time China have threatened, got in behind down that far side. The cross into the box. Jess Carter got there first of all. In fact, there's a penalty in the other game. And Denmark lead against Haiti. And it was Pernilla Harder with the goal there. A penalty for her for Denmark. And as things stand, Denmark will qualify along with England. And China will now need to win, and need to win by a couple of goals if they were to go through. In fact, no, can they not go through if Denmark win? Because it's on head-to-head, isn't it? And obviously Denmark beat China. So I think that would put China out anyway if Denmark were to win. But anyway, it's still early days, of course. We've only played midway through this first half. But Denmark lead 1-0, England lead 1-0. And potentially the two teams that we may be expected to go through from this group look as though they are going to be going through. But we'll see. Denmark, of course, would face Australia in that last 16, following Australia's great performance yesterday against Canada. Won 4-0, didn't they? And they had that little blip, didn't they, against Nigeria, but they've qualified for it. I think as a host nation, you need to qualify out of your group, don't you? I mean, New Zealand got knocked out. Maybe not surprisingly, really. You know, they were one of the lesser fancied teams. You need to have one of the hosts still in, don't you? Anyway, Lauren Hemp now coming forward for England down this near side. She's done really well, Lauren Hemp. She's done really well. Can she get a cross in? She's got two defenders around her, but she's done well again. Lauren Hemp playing the ball back there to Lauren James. She's still got two defenders around her, Lauren James, and she's managed to come away with the ball. She's so strong in possession, isn't she? Katie Zellum now plays the ball square to Jess Carter. Scampers after that, should keep it in. And she's falls back. And maybe England didn't maybe make the most of that, did they? As it turned out. And the ball's gone all the way back there to Mary Earps, who's midway inside the England half, looking to just maybe try and get involved a little bit in this game because she's had nothing to do from a defensive perspective. Anyway, Lucy Bronze now plays the ball up that far side. Russo is after that, but he's put out of play there by Yole. And it is going to be a throw to England. Nearly 24 minutes played here. It is China 0, England 1. And England are on the brink, I say, of qualification to the last 16 of the World Cup as group winners. 3 wins out of 3. Wouldn't that be fantastic? But there's still a long way to go in this game. And, you know, the fact that China are going to have to try and get a result, it keeps it interesting, doesn't it? Certainly for the time being. Anyway, England coming forward again, looking for that second goal, which we haven't managed to score, have we? When was the last time England scored more than one in a game? Be a while ago, won't it? Can anyone remember? Be the game before Brazil, won't it? Because that was a 1-1 draw. Maybe when we beat America 2-1, perhaps that might have been the last time we scored more than one goal in a game. Certainly been a while, hasn't it? So we do some goals, aren't we? Let's be honest. And let's hope we're going to add some more in this game. But China trying to come forward themselves. That long ball was flicked on, but Millie Bright was there. And now Georgia Stanway can come forward, plays up this near side, looking for Lauren Hemp, but good defensive header that was there from Lee. And then Rachel Daly goes into a challenge there, wins the ball, but it is going to be a throw to China. And they're just showing that again. Rachel just stepped in there. Playing well, Rachel Daly in a slightly different position again. You know, she's a very versatile player, isn't she, Rachel? She can fit in pretty much anywhere on the pitch. And that's what she's doing again in this game and playing well. But England again have won the ball back with Georgia Stanway in midfield. Katie Zellum steps in. Zellum's had a really tidy game actually so far. Now Jess Carter coming forward. She's got Lucy Bronze outside her, but decides to go back instead to Millie Bright. Plays it into midfield. Oh boy, a little bit too much pace on that for Georgia Stanway. And now China can come forward. Millie Bright steps in. Brilliant defensive play from her. Now, this is a chance for England. Lauren James plays the ball through. Lauren Hemp's in. 1-on-1. Is it going to be 2-0? It is 2-0. Lauren Hemp with a goal. England finally are finding their shooting boots today. What a great... Again, Millie Bright was involved in that one. She was involved in the first goal. That was lovely play from her. Lauren James's ball through. And Lauren Hemp, 1-on-1 with a keeper. You kind of fancied she wasn't going to miss. And she hasn't done. England are in complete control of this game. Is this the day when we suddenly see the real England Lionesses turn up. Terry says they're well taken from him. It was a lovely goal, actually, a lovely move. You know, Millie Bright stepped in there. Lovely play from her, strong defending, just played it through to Lauren James. Lovely ball through there. What a first touch from Lauren Hemp. That's what put her in. And then the second touch was underneath the keeper there. Lovely goal. Brilliant. What a touch that was. Lovely finish with her left foot. And that makes it 2-0. And England are now, surely we've won this group. Surely we are through. And hopefully we can build a lot of confidence from this moving into that knockout stage. And it is 2-0 to England. And we've only played, 26 minutes. Brilliant start from England. And we should now relax with that second goal and carry on in this with this fantastic performance. Anyway, China now trying to come forward over on that far side. Unless they can find a way back into this game, they will be going home. Very disappointing tournament it's been for them, hasn't it? But we don't need to worry about that. We've just focusing on this Lionesses team, and finally we are looking like the Lionesses team that we have come to expect over the recent times. So let's see what happens in the rest of this game. China trying to come forward though, but England looking really, really strong. Anyway, Lou on this far side coming forward for China, but she actually managed to keep the ball. I thought Lucy Bronze had won it back, but China do keep possession. This is the longest they've had the ball in our half. A cross comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out well by Alex Greenwood. And then Lauren James is back to tidy things up in her own laid-back style that she does. And the ball's gone out there for is that a corner to China, their first corner? But it is China 0, England 2. Two really, really good goals. It's a really good performance, actually, this from England. And we look back towards our best, don't we? But China have a corner, and if they pull the goal back, who knows? Maybe it could change the whole complexion of the game. But so far, England have been well in control and totally look as though we are gonna win this game. But it's a corner to China. We've got to defend this for the time being. It is going to be Wang to take it. Player who plays in America, of course, for Louisville. Going to take this corner for China from this near side switch. It's a good ball, but Millie Bright's there to head it away. Although China do pick up the second ball, it comes back to Wang on this near side, lining up another cross. Turns away from Lauren Hemp, still in possession. China coming forward again on this near side, and good defensive play there from Lauren James. He's going to be a throw though to China. This is their best spell, China. I think maybe it happens, doesn't it? You know, England got the second goal, and we've maybe just took a breather, haven't we, for a couple of minutes? And China have now are now coming forward again on this near side, trying to win another corner. But Katie Zellum has done well, actually, but the pass out wasn't too good. England struggling to get the ball clear at the minute. But Lauren James steps in, and now she does get the ball clear up this near side. A good ball, actually. Russo, a nice touch. And it's going to break to Rachel Daly, is it? Now it's with Russo again. Really good play again from the England centre-forward, England and Arsenal centre-forward. Rachel Daly now plays the ball square to Katie Zellum, who's had a really, really good game, actually. You have to say, really good game from Katie Zellum. Well, pretty much from all of England. We're playing well, aren't we? Katie Zellum is in possession now. Plays the ball up this near side for Rachel Daly. Sheds it forward to Lauren Hemp to score the second goal. She does really well. Lauren Hemp inside the area. Is she going to get another goal? Oh, good block, actually. Brilliant play from Lauren Hemp there. Twisting and turning away from two defenders. Got the shot away, but it was just blocked in the nick of time. I think it was Yo with the block. And is it going to be a corner to England? Surely it looks like it should have been a corner there. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But it was a great bit of play again from England. In fact, it may well have been offside, actually, against Lauren Hemp in the build-up to that. So I think that it is going to be a free kick to China. She was just offside there, Lauren Hemp. A great bit of skill. It would have been a great goal, but it wouldn't have counted anyway, as it turned out. But anyway, great play again from England. We're looking a lot more fluid in attack, aren't we, today? Certainly a lot more than we have been in the previous two games at this World Cup and in the previous games prior as well. But this has been much more like the England Lionesses team that we have been used to, really, isn't it, over the last few years. That ball there pinged out to that far side, headed on there by Lucy Bronze. Now it's good play again from England. Stanway finds Bronze again over on that far side. England looking in complete and utter control of this game. China 0, England 2. Russo and Hemp with the goals. And England coming forward again. Alex Greenwood on this near side. Just plays it back though to Millie Bright, who's had a hand in both the goals with some great defensive play, winning the ball. And that's led to both the goals. Georgie Stanway now turns away, plays the ball into Lauren Hemp again, just lays it off to Katie Zellum now. Lauren James plays up this near side. Rachel Daly let the ball run across her. She's had to struggle there to keep it in. And in fact, the Chinese defender Lee there has just managed to nick it off Rachel Daly. So it's a throw to China on this near side in line with their own penalty area. 32 minutes played. And China are struggling to really make any impact at all on this game. England, complete dominance. Millie Bright now plays the ball to Alex Greenwood. She plays it up the line now to Rachel Daly up this near side. Lauren James ahead of her. She finds Lauren James. But the defender there came across well. But Lauren James retains possession really well. Finds Rachel Daly. Crosses it in towards the penalty spot. Their header comes in from Lucy Bronze. It's hit the post. It's going to come back to Bronze. Oh, it's deflected wide. It's going to be a goal kick, actually. Lucy Bronze was unlucky there on 2 occasions there. The first header came back off the post. Rachel Daly's cross, a brilliant cross, actually. Lovely header from Lucy Bronze. And a second effort, in fact, it went across the goal. I don't think it was deflected. I think it's just going to be a goal kick. It came back to off the post, and she couldn't quite follow it up and push it into that far corner. But another chance again. England have come close on the 3 or 4 occasions of adding to our 2-goal lead. And Lucy Bronze there was really unfortunate not to get a 3rd goal. But this is good play from England, isn't it? This is much more like the England team that we've got used to seeing under Serena. Much more fluid in attack. We look like we're going to score every time we come forward. And Rachel Daly now again on this left-hand side. It was her cross that just led to that opportunity there for Lucy Bronze. She's done well, Rachel Daly there, twisting away from 2 defenders. Now Lauren Hemp's got clear with her defender. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in towards the penalty spot. Again, Lucy Bronze coming in. That one's headed away. And Lucy Bronze is getting on the end of these crosses. Very similar style to how Beth Mead did in the Euros, of course. Attacking those near that far post for them crosses. And that's how Beth Mead got a lot of goals, didn't she? And looks as though Lucy Bronze is taking on that role in this game, getting on the end of quite a few things, and a lot of things have been aimed towards her at that far post. And she was very unlucky there not to score. Coming forward again, England, but that wasn't a great ball that time from Lucy Bronze. Looking for Rachel, Alessia Russo, sorry, it's gone out for a throw to China over on that far side. But again, England looking really, really strong and in complete control. We've played 34 and a half minutes, and it is England, I say, 2-0 up here and cruising, it seems, cruising into that last 16, cruising into a clash with Nigeria, which is going to be an interesting game, isn't it? But it's one that we've got to feel confident we can win. And then, of course, you're in a quarterfinal of a World Cup and anything can happen. And it's never easy, is it? And there'll be some big teams there for us to potentially play. Germany, France, maybe. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's not worry. Let's get not too far ahead of ourselves yet. We've got other games to get through first, including the rest of this one. And that last 16 game potentially looking as though it's going to be England against Nigeria. Anyway, let's see. Millie Bright now plays the ball up that far side. Lucy Bronze again. Oh, that's not a good touch from Lucy Bronze. She's got away with it now. That's a good ball to Lauren who's that? Crossed that in there over on that far side. Georgia Stanway, sorry. And it's come all the way across. Rachel Daly keeps it in. She's done really well. Rachel Daly finds Greenwood. Played it in to Lauren Hemp, the second goal scorer for England. Lauren James, that's a good ball. Rachel Daly can line up another cross. It's another cross towards the far post. Georgia Stanway with a header back across. The goalkeeper's under pressure there, flicked it over onto the roof of the net. It's going to be a corner to England. Russo was claiming that her hair was pulled in the build-up to that. There it was Georgia Stanway's header, It was going in, actually. It needed saving. The goalkeeper didn't look too sure. And she just managed to get a touch to it. And in fact, the Chinese defender was pulling Alessia Russo's hair. That should be a penalty, maybe. Whether they're going to bother checking it or not, I don't know. But anyway, it's a corner to England as things stand, which Katie Zelem are going to take on this near side. In fact, I think they are checking this, are they? Not sure what's going on. No, they're not. It's going to be this corner, which Katie Zelem is going to take for England. Called in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper under pressure, punches it away, but not very far. Russo's shot's blocked. And it was almost another goal there for Alessia Russo, who's been brilliant in this first half. Katie Zelem again. That's another good ball towards the far post, looking for Millie Bright. In fact, it was a Chinese defender there that won that header. Yo, it was. And now China can come forward themselves in a rare attack for them. But England have come close on a few occasions to adding more goals, which is good to see, isn't it? It's a much better attacking performances from England so far in this game. We played 37 minutes. It is England 2, China 0. It could easily be 4 or 5, let's be honest. We've hit the post. We've had one or two other really big moments, great moments in this game. Millie Bright now in possession, though, on halfway, finds Jess Carter, plays that ball square to Alex Greenwood. And now it's back with Millie Bright again. Thinks a ball up this near side. England coming forward again. Lauren James. This is lovely play from England. Ball played out to that far side. Now it's with Millie Bright inside the centre circle. Now Alex Greenwood. England is keeping possession. We've had so much possession in this game. It's been ridiculous. I don't know what the possession stats are, but I'm sure we must have had 75 at least. Alex Greenwood and Lauren James just exchanging passes 3 or 4 times, and now it's played out to Millie Bright. We've got 7 minutes until half time. Are England going to add a third goal? Coming forward again over on that far side. Ball played in to Katie Zelem. She's had a great first half, Katie Zelem. Now it's with Alex Greenwood. Now Millie Bright plays it forward to Katie Zelem again. Now it's Jess Carter. England moving the ball really, really well in this game. That's played into Lauren James again, very central. Plays out to that far side to Lucy Bronze. Goes back in looking for Georgia Stanway, but the ball's going to fall to Katie Zelem. Now it's with Lucy Bronze again. Very, very high up the pitch, Lucy Bronze, isn't she? Millie Bright now plays the ball into Georgia Stanway. Now it's back with Alex Greenwood. If England score here, it'll be, I don't know how many passes that we've had in the build-up to this goal, but it'll be quite a lot. Millie Bright now inside the centre circle. England play out to that far side. Jess Carter plays it in to Katie Zelem. Now we've got an opportunity over on that far side. Alessia Russo plays it forward to Lucy Bronze. Surely she's fouled there. She is fouled. It's a free kick to England. So we're not going to score a goal from that passage of play, but we have got an opportunity now of a free kick just over on that far side, about 5 yards outside the penalty area. Lucy Bronze it was that was fouled. And England have got an opportunity now to get the ball back into the box and maybe score a third goal before half-time, which would be amazing, wouldn't it? And be fully deserved as well for the performance. It's been great. So this free kick now over on that far side. We've got plenty of bodies in the box. We've got Hemp in there, Russo, Lucy Bronze is coming now. Millie Bright's in there as well. Alex Greenwood, Rachel Daly. Certainly got some aerial ability here, haven't we? Can we make China pay with a third goal within the last 5 minutes of this first half? Let's have a look and see what happens here. The free kick over on that far. In fact, Alex Greenwood might be taking this. Or potentially Katie Zelem. The last free kick we had didn't go particularly well. This one's more outside, over on that far side. Here's Alex Greenwood playing to the edge of the box. Lauren James with a shot. Oh, and it's in. It is 3-0. Lauren James with a finish. What a great goal that is. And that one was from the training ground, that free kick. Alex Greenwood played it to Lauren James on the edge of the box. She hit it first time across the keeper into the far corner. It is 3-0. England have qualified for the knockout stage. We've won the group. And finally, we're seeing these goals fly in. It's a brilliant performance. It's another good goal, actually. To the edge of the box, Lauren James hit that first time, curling away from the keeper. Clearly, that's a training ground routine. And she couldn't have been any better, could she, Lauren James? Her second World Cup goal, second goal in consecutive games for her. And England now are absolutely cruising through to the last 16. It is China 0, it is England 3, and it is great stuff, isn't it? And England are definitely through to the next round. I've just got someone at the door. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. Sorry about that. So people don't realise England are playing. They want to come around and knock at the door. Never mind. Anyway, Terry says there, LJ, take my hat off to you. Still not a fan, to be fair. I mean, to be honest with you, she's had two decent games in the World Cup, 2 great goals. I mean, you know, she's definitely got the potential to be a really good player. She's definitely got the potential to be the successor, if you like, to Beth Mead in this team while Beth Mead's out. So, and you know, 2 goals in 3 games, you can't really argue. But anyway, China have got a corner looking to pull a goal back before half time. We are in the last minute of the first half. Cross comes in again. Millie Bright heads that one away, and China threatening a goal that they've very rarely done in this first half so far. Terry says there, people with proper jobs shouldn't be knocking on doors when England's on. No, exactly, they shouldn't. I mean, you know, in fact, what should happen is, if we're honest, every single job should shut, shouldn't it, for a couple of hours when England are playing and allow everyone to watch it. That's what should happen, quite honestly. But that's not life, is it? Because although it's important to us, it's not important to everybody, is it? Unfortunately. Anyway, there's an injury there to an England player. There is actually. Someone's down. I'm not quite sure who it is. Is that Rachel Daly? Yeah, it is Rachel Daly. She's gone down there trying to win. She did get it. Was it in her face? She's got a whack in her face. Anyway, Rachel Daly's gone down, and China actually almost got a goal back there from the result of that. A cross came in, pinged across the goal. And as Rachel Daly's getting some treatment on the pitch here, we have moved into stoppage time. There's not going to be an awful lot of stoppage time, you wouldn't imagine. A couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 at the most, you would say. Well, it's going to pretty much all of it's going to be for this injury to Rachel Daly now, isn't it? She's getting some treatment on the pitch. I'm sure it's nowhere near as serious. It's going to be 4 minutes, actually, which is a bit of a surprise, isn't it? 4 minutes of stoppage time. So, yeah, maybe just sort out some lunch. So Rachel looks as though she's going to be okay. We're going to have a bit more stoppage time now. It's just going to be added on. She's back on her feet again, Rachel Daly, and she's going to come back on. Looked like it was some blow to the face there, actually, which wasn't great, but she looks like she's okay. And China just kicked the ball out. It is going to be a throw to England on this near side. We've played 2 minutes of stoppage time, but you'd imagine there's going to be probably another 2 minutes because that injury to Rachel actually happened just as we moved into stoppage time. And there was already going to be 4 minutes. Not quite sure where they got 4 minutes from. There didn't seem to be too many stoppages in that first half, was there? But anyway, England coming forward again. Can we get a fourth goal before half time? That would be great, wouldn't it? And you can't say it wouldn't be undeserved either. We've dominated this game pretty much from start to finish. Millie Bright wins that ball back. No holds barred from her. When that ball needs to be won, she'll go and win it, won't she? And she's got it in possession now. She had a good first half. Millie Bright been involved in the first 2 goals, wasn't she? Oh, just caught a little bit sloppy at the back there. And in fact, instead, she's played a long ball forward over on that far side. Russo's got clear. As a look up, Russo needs a bit of support in the box. His body's in there now. Ball into the near post. It's going to come to Rachel Daly. And, we didn't quite make the most of that. It's come back out to Russo again on the edge of the box. Now she's charging forward over on that far side. She's won a corner for England. Russo's been fantastic in this first half. And that ball there came to Rachel Daly at the far post. I don't know why she didn't shoot. She just seemed to take a little bit too long. Brilliant play from Russo. Again, what a ball that was. It came to Rachel Daly. I don't know why she didn't just shoot. She tried to play it back to Lucy Bronze. And in the end, the ball came back out to Russo. And she's won a corner for England in the final stages of this first half. We've played 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. But you'd imagine there's going to be a little bit more now at the end of this game. Anyway, it is a corner over on that far side for England. Alex Greenwood is going to take it, whips in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper again opts to punch. And not particularly convincing by the Chinese goalkeeper there, Xi. But England picked the ball up again on this near side. Lucy Bronze has done well. She has to cross with her left foot. In fact, she doesn't because she's tackled there by Chen. And is that going to be another corner to England? We've played the 4 minutes now of stoppage time. But I'll say there's going to be a little bit more now to add on as well after that Rachel Daly injury there a few moments ago. And England looking for a 4th goal before half-time. Katie Zelevich is going to take this corner. She's going to in-swing this with her right foot from this near side. England looking for another goal. Whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box again. Oh, Lucy Bronze was coming in to attack that, but as a header from the Chinese defender got that away. And as far as Lauren James recycles it back into the box again. The keeper half comes, doesn't get there. Lucy Bronze now plays it back to Lauren James again. She's going to get another goal. Oh, she has got another goal. That's brilliant from James. Wow, you have to say she is on fire at the minute. Lauren James, it is 4-0 to England. This has been an impressive performance. There's no doubt about that. That is a fantastic goal again from Lauren James. The corner was half cleared away. It came back to James on the edge of the box. Very similar to the last goal. In fact, very similar to the goal she got against Denmark as well. Cutting in onto that right foot, curling it into that corner. That is a fantastic goal. The Chinese fans don't seem particularly impressed with that. And you can't really blame them. Their team has struggled in this game. That corner came to Lauren James over on this far side. First of all, she whipped across back in. The goalkeeper half came. It was only half cleared away. Lucy Bronze played it into Lauren James again from the edge of the box. Whipped a finish across the keeper into that far corner. And that is her 3rd goal in this World Cup. And you have to say, take your hat off to Lauren James. She has been absolutely fantastic. Terry says there, LJ, what a goal indeed. It was a brilliant, brilliant goal. Look at that. Fantastic. Wow. She's having her own goal in a tournament competition on her own, isn't she? In fact, they're checking the goal. What are they checking it for? They're having a goal check. Not quite sure what they're checking it for. It's one of the goals of the tournament that could well get disallowed. We're not sure yet. The referee's getting some mention from VAR, and she's going to go and look at the screen, the referee. Now, I'm not quite sure what the problem is with that goal. It didn't look as though there was anything wrong with it. But anyway, I'm sure it'll all become clear very, very shortly. So have England got a 4th goal? Has Lauren James got her 3rd goal of this World Cup? Or are we going to have it ruled out? Oh, I see. Is it an offside there against Lucy Bronze? Let's have a look and see. She was offside there, but that's in the first phase of play. And then it comes through in the second phase of play. So I don't see that shouldn't be offside, should it? Because it's the second phase of play. Because when the original cross comes in, Lucy Bronze is offside, but she's not active in that phase of play. It's only when the ball's then cleared, she's then active, isn't she? So then she's offside there, then she's onside, and then she's onside. I don't see how they can disallow this goal. That should be a goal. There's no reason to disallow that because it's the second phase of play. That's the rules, isn't it? It makes no sense half the time. But, you know, she's not offside there, is she? But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to disallow it, but it should be a goal because is it to do with who heads this ball? If it comes off the defender, then obviously Lucy wouldn't be offside anyway. But anyway, the referee's had enough. She's going to give us a decision. Let's see what it is.
After on-field review, can you hear me? After on-field review, the final decision is no goal. Number 2 is an offside position.
Oh, they've disallowed it. They've disallowed it. So say Lucy Bronze was offside. Well, in the first phase of play she was, but was she active in that? No. In the second phase of play, she was onside. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we have to say it's a shame because it was a great goal. And I suppose the only good thing we can say is that at least it's not an important part of the game, is it? An important goal. Serena seems bemused. I think we're all a bit bemused by it. But anyway, while all that's been going on, we've now played 8 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half, which is about to come to a close. Actually, I need to readjust my score because it isn't 4-0. It's only 3-0 because that wonderful goal has been ruled out. That's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame for the World Cup to have a great goal like that ruled out. It's a shame for Lauren James to have such a great goal ruled out as well. But anyway, in the overall scheme of things, we can maybe put up with it because England are in total control of this game. The half-time whistle has gone now. It is China 0, England 3. I mean, to be fair, it could be 5 or 6 for England. Let's be honest, we've hit the post. We've had that goal disallowed. We've missed 1 or 2 other opportunities as well. And the good news is there's been 3 different goal scorers as well. It was Russo after just 4 minutes, fired from shot from inside the penalty area that just creeped into the far corner. Lauren Hemp then ran through a lovely move, actually, a lovely ball from Lauren James, and she finished well one-on-one with the keeper to make it 2-0 midway through that first half. And then it was Lauren James, a free kick routine on the edge of the box. The ball came to her first time shot, whipped into the corner. James just had that goal disallowed there right on half-time. Lucy Bronze hit the post as well earlier on. Dominant England performance. This has been the sort of performance we've been crying out for in this World Cup. We've got it today, and England are in total control, 3-0 up. We've surely won the group. We are surely going to qualify for the last 16 and face Nigeria in that game. Terry says offside Bronze. Not too sure about that decision. No, I mean, in the rules, I mean, they're changing the rules all the time. They don't often make any sense. But in the rules, as I understand them, in the first, it's a separate phase of play because the first phase of play, yes, she's offside, the cross comes in, but then the ball's cleared away. She's then active, but that's a second phase of play, isn't it? But anyway, I say the good news is it's not an important goal in the overall scheme of the game, is it? We're already 3-0 up. It was a great goal, and it's a shame it's got disallowed, but yeah, I'm sure that will get discussed at half time. I'm pretty sure it will. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are. It is half time. It is China 0. It is England 3. Brilliant performance from England, you have to say. And we are in total control. And this has been much more like what we would have expected from this Lionesses team in this tournament. And finally, the goals are flowing. And, you know, VAR can disallow a few more if they like. It doesn't matter because we've scored 3 and I'm sure we're going to get a few more in the second half if we want to. Quite often games, you're 3-0 up at half time, the game's won. It's just a matter of managing it in the second half, isn't it? And seeing it through. And maybe that's what England will do. But I'm sure there's going to be a few players, particularly someone who may well come off the bench that'll be looking keen to maybe get some more goals, you know. But yeah, brilliant first half performance. That's obviously England's best performance for a very long time. And yeah, fantastic. Terry says I think Katie Zellum has slotted in well. She has. I think Katie Zellum's had a brilliant first half, actually. Really, really good. She's been neat and tidy with the ball, kept it simple, not giving it away. She's tried a couple of different things as it's gone on. She's had some good set-piece deliveries, as you'd expect from Katie Zellum anyway. And, yeah, I think she's been really impressive, actually. You have to say, give her a lot of credit coming into a World Cup, her first appearance, and she's been brilliant. But to be fair, they've all been brilliant in that first half, haven't they? Every single one of them has played fantastic. They've all been on top of their game today, and this has been a fantastic England performance. And we are now suddenly if you look through the group stage of this World Cup, certainly so far, there's been some great performances from some of the big nations. Germany had a big win. Spain have had a couple of big wins, but then Spain lost 4-0. Was that because they didn't want to win the group? We don't know, but even so, they lost 4-0. Germany have lost, and we've kept winning. And I think that's important going into the knockout stage, to have 3 wins out of 3. Hopefully we can get 3 clean sheets as well. I think we've maybe had a few doubts, haven't we, about whether this England team can actually go on and win this World Cup. But suddenly, as this tournament's going on, you're looking at some of the other teams in there. You think, you know what? I think we've got a great chance. I really do think we've got a great chance of winning this World Cup now. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. We've got a long way to go, a lot to do. But yeah, that was impressive, that first half, you have to say. And getting the goals as well have just added to it, hasn't it? Getting those 3 goals, nearly 4 goals, and 1 or 2 other big chances as well. So yeah, England in complete control of this game. It is half time. It is China 0. It is England 3. And yeah, what more can you want? Fantastic. We've won the group, and we'll face Nigeria. So we've got lots to look forward to. Now, what I'm going to do is my lunch is ready. So I'm going to have a quick bit of lunch. I'll play you my music in the meantime. So I will see you very, very soon. So stay tuned for the second half. China 0, England 3, Russo, Hemp, and James with the goals. Impressive stuff. Oh, we're back. Just had my lunch. Ready to go. Second half just started by the look of it. And China just put a cross into the box, which Mary Earps has caught quite comfortably. And it is still 3-0, of course, to England. Oh, Laura Combs has come on. Who's gone off then? Is it Rachel Daly? No, Rachel Daly's still on. And it's Stanway that's gone off. What's Georgia Stanway gone off for? Hope she's not injured. That's interesting, isn't it? So anyway, Laura Coombs is on. Russo now on this near side. Lost out on this occasion. Bit of a slow start to the second half of England, actually, but Terry says there a couple of sloppy passes at the start, second half. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a slow start. Sometimes it happens when you're 3-0 up. Terry says, Stanway off because she's on a yellow card. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. We don't want her suspended, do we, for the rest of the tournament? Or at any point in the rest of the tournament. I mean, obviously, it would only be a one-game ban, wouldn't it? I think it resets, doesn't it, after the group stage as well? So that's a sensible decision, isn't it? You know, you're 3-0 up. What's the point of taking the risk? We're going to need her for the next game. And then, you know, it resets anyway. So if she gets booked against Nigeria, she'd still be able to play the next game should we get through. So, yeah, sensible. Terry says there, I knew Russo was good, but now she's a goon. I've been watching her more. What a player we've got on our hands. Yeah, I mean, I agree. We always knew she was good. And yeah, I must admit, I've been watching her a lot more closely, obviously, this World Cup since she's become an Arsenal player, because that's what you do, don't you? The same with our other new signings that have played in the World Cup. I've been watching them a little bit more closely than I would have done. And yeah, Russo's a fantastic footballer, isn't she? I still think, though, as a goal scorer, I think Stina's probably going to score more goals. But as an all-round footballer, Russo maybe adds more to the game, maybe. I don't know. But having both of them is just incredible, isn't it? And I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes this season. Terry says, why haven't you got an over again? Yeah, I need to get one, actually, don't I? That's maybe the next thing on my list to get, actually. I think I'd have to get an over and over and over again mug, won't I, with a logo on it. I've got the Beatles, though, Rubber Soul. Here you go. Greatest album of all time. Got this from the Beatles shop in Liverpool, actually, which was nice. We went to the Cavern Club and all that kind of stuff. Brilliant. Anyway, England got a free kick now, looking to get the fourth goal. We played 5 minutes in the second half. Still trying to New England free. This free kick, very central. About 20 yards out, 25 yards outside the penalty area. Greenwood plays it in. Oh, Lucy Bronze again was trying to get on the end of it. Couldn't quite get enough on that. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. Sometimes these second halves, aren't they? They're a little bit flat, aren't they? When the game's essentially won, isn't it? Let's be honest. And, you know, do England keep pushing on and trying to get a lot more goals? Or do England just manage the game? And kind of, you know, keep it tight and go through the motions a little bit. So we'll have to see. But Quite often the second halves can be flat, can't they? But it's the end result that matters, and the end result in this particular game, or the end outcome, is going to be England win the group, go through to face Nigeria, and it's great stuff. And Denmark will be following us through as well. They are still beating Haiti, so they are on 6 points. China only on 3, and China would need to win this game and turn around the goal difference, I think, as well, which they're not going to do now, are they? So China look as though they're definitely going to be out. And been a disappointing World Cup for them, hasn't it? Their only goal was that penalty against Haiti, wasn't it? But they're coming forward now looking for a goal themselves. A shot from distance. Oh, Mary Earps has to make a save. 52 minutes gone. The first save that she's had to make, it was from Wu there from distance, the shot. It's the sort of save that, you'd imagine a goalkeeper of that class would save. But yeah, she's at full stretch there to push that round the post. Her first save. Oh, someone else at the door. Give me 2 seconds. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank yourself. Cheers. See ya. Oh, that's my mate from Amazon. Well, England only conceded a goal there, didn't they, from that corner? They're claiming handball, China, but they're not going to get it, or are they? Oh, I think VAR are checking this. I missed that. Just had a delivery, that was all. I'm expecting one more as well, but I don't think that's going to come today. Yeah, VAR must be looking at this because she's not letting China take this corner. It's a possible penalty for China for a handball inside the penalty area there. I didn't see that. But it looks as though the check's over. Or is it? Looks like it might have been Jess Carter. I haven't seen a replay of this yet because I'll say I had that delivery there. But anyway, Terry says, could be a pen here. Bronze handball. Was it? Okay. I don't know if they're showing a replay of it. They're not at this moment in time. So I can't really see what's happening. The referee is still waiting for VAR. She's going to go and check the screen. Quite often when they check the screen, it's because they're going to change their decision. It happened with the goal, didn't it? The fourth goal for England, that was initially given, and then the referee checked the screen and changed their mind. I've got a feeling this may well be the case again. I haven't seen what happened, so I can't really comment on it. We're going to see it now. The shot came in there. I don't know. See, her arms are by her side, and she's tried to get it out of the way. I mean, that would be extremely harsh, wouldn't it? It's not like she's moved her arm towards the ball. Her arm's by her side, and she's put it down. In fact, she's tried to move it out of the way. She moved her arm away from the ball. You can't give a penalty for that. I mean, Mary Earps is right behind her anyway. In fact, she made it more difficult for Mary Earps by being there. It has hit her arm. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But her arm's by her side, and she's actually moved it in towards her body as the ball's come towards her. I can understand it if her arm was moving out towards the ball, then yeah, it's a penalty, and you'd have to say definitely. But with that, her arm's by her side. Let's see what the referee's going to do here. It's another decision.
After on-field review, we have a punchable handball by number 2. So the final decision is a penalty kick and a yellow card.
It's a penalty and a yellow card. Wow. Okay. Lucy looks quite shocked, and I don't blame her. She's got a yellow card, and it's a penalty. And wow. I mean, her arms by her side. She's moved it away from the ball. I mean, if that's a penalty, then honestly, she's moved her arm away from the ball to try to move it out of the way. I mean, China are celebrating as though it's going to make any difference. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt the ball hit her arm. It did. I mean, it's hit her arm. But she's moved it away from the ball to her side to try to avoid that happening. I mean, it's quite close to her, the shot, isn't it? It's not like she had loads of time to react. Her arm was out. She moved it in. It's hit her arm as her arm's moving into her body. Terry says there, Very harsh, yeah. It is extremely harsh. I mean, both the two decisions that's gone against us on VAR in this game have been really, really harsh. They've both been against Lucy Bronze, funnily enough. Anyway, it is a penalty now to China. Is our run of clean sheets going to come to an end? Or can Mary Earps pull off a save? It was, of course, China's only goal in this World Cup was a penalty, and it's going to be Wang again with it, who did score against Haiti in their last game. Or is Mary Earps going to produce a moment of magic here from the penalty spot? Let's see. Oh, she sent it the wrong way. It's a good penalty, actually, from Wang. Mary Earps decided to go to her left, and Wang just slotted it in the other side. And we finally conceded a goal. A little bit harsh, you have to say. But anyway, it is what it is. It is now 3-1 to England. It hasn't been the greatest start to the second half, has it, anyway? But anyway, yeah. Mary Earps did go. She went early. She made it. In fact, it was put down the middle. And Mary Earps stayed where she was. But the Wang there waited. She saw Mary Earps move over to her left-hand side and just slotted it down the middle. And China are back. I mean, you say they're back in the game. They've got a long way to go, aren't they? We've played 57 minutes and England still lead 3-1. But anyway, maybe this might kickstart England again into finding our form from that first half again. I mean, Terry did predict 4-1, so that's still a possibility, isn't it? My 3-0's now gone out the window, thanks to the referee and VAR. But anyway, not to worry. As long as we win the game, I won't be too disappointed not getting the score right. But Terry still might get it right, of course. 4-1 is definitely a possibility if we can get our game going again. I think it's difficult sometimes, isn't it, to lift yourselves when you're 3-0 up. But now we've conceded, maybe that's the opportunity that we've needed to actually lift ourselves. And seeing Rachel Daly now with the ball. It looks like she's playing left back more now. Greenwood's in the centre and Jess Carter's come to the right. And Lucy Bronze, again, is sort of right side of midfield almost. Anyway, that's a good ball forward to Laura Combs, she gives the ball away. Who wins it back again? Lauren James, and she's had another great game. China trying to come forward on this near side, but that ball's been overhit. And Jess Carter will take this throw for England. I mean, if China were to get another goal back in the next 10 minutes or so, it may cause a few little nervy moments for England. But bearing in mind, we only need a draw to win the group. Anyway, it would be an incredible collapse, wouldn't it, if China were to turn this around and win the game, which could potentially knock us out. But it seems very, very unlikely, let's be honest. But England just need to be clever now, don't we, for the next 10 minutes? Just keep it nice and tight and try and grow back into the game again, because it's not been a great start to the second half, has it, at all? It's been quite poor. And yeah, maybe a couple more substitutions are needed just to freshen things up a little bit. And try to just get back the control that we had in the first half. Because I say we don't want to make it nervy for ourselves, do we, by allowing China another goal. They'll get their tails up and then who knows. But they've not scored from open play yet in this World Cup, China. So it seems unlikely. But I say we just need to manage this game a little bit better. We've given it away again, and China coming forward now. They have got their tails up a little bit, China, at this moment in time. Are they going to be able to get a second goal? Again, England defending not particularly great, but now Lauren Hemp's got an opportunity to come forward with a ball, try to find Alessia Russo. It wasn't a great ball, actually. It was behind her. And China again have picked it up. That's a shot from distance, just over the bar. And England just need to calm down and get ourselves back in control here, because we've been very, very ragged now for the last 5 minutes or so since that goal in particular, and just before, actually. And Millie Bright there as a captain is telling everyone to calm down a little bit. That's what we need to do. We're just maybe getting caught up a little bit in the game itself and the emotion of it all, rather than just looking at the situation that we're in. We're 3-1 up. We're cruising, really. We just need to be sensible now, don't we? And that's what we're doing now. We're just keeping the ball. Lauren James then plays it back to Alex Greenwood. We've played just over an hour. It is China 1, England 3. But England just having a few little wobbles at the minute. Anyway, Russo's in there again. Did really well to win the ball, but couldn't get on the end of the second ball. And China do manage to get it away. And they're trying to come forward now, China. playing a lot better in this second half. Although I think that a lot of that's to do with England's just dropping intensity a little bit. With the scoreline as it was at half time, understandable. You can't criticise England too much for that. But now we just need to just regain control of this game. And I say a fourth goal obviously would be enough, because that would then definitely seal it, wouldn't it? And kill off any hopes that China may have of a comeback, which seems unlikely, but I'm sure they'll believe it's possible. Anyway, Lucy Bronze flicks that ball on, looking again for Russo on this near side, but she couldn't quite get there. It's gone behind for a goal kick to China. So, yeah, slightly controversial decision, that, wasn't it? That the penalty there, very, very harsh. When you look at the rules of the game, I thought it had to be, if arm was moved towards the ball, not the other way round. But anyway, it was given, it's done, they scored, and we've conceded a goal at this World Cup for the first time. If you're going to concede a goal, at least concede a goal when you're 3-0 up in the second half of a game, as opposed to when it's 0-0, and it makes it more difficult for yourselves, doesn't it? So try and look at the positives of it. But yeah, very strange decision. But then it's very similar strange decision to the goal we had disallowed just for half time. We are coming forward again now over on that far side. Rachel Daly finds Lauren James again. She's had a very good game. Lauren James, square ball to Jess Carter. And that's with Lucy Bronze on this near side for England. Plays it back to to Jess Carter again. Millie Bright, England just looking to maybe get some possession of the ball, which we've not really had too much of in the second half. They've been very, very scrappy and sloppy from England at times. We just need to get our focus back. Laura Coombs now from that throw from Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze again plays it back to Jess Carter. Some good movement now ahead of her from Lauren Hempick was actually, but Jess Carter decided to play it back to Millie Bright instead. He almost lose the ball again. Millie Bright steps in. That long ball forward's not really going to find any England play, and it's gone all the way back now to Jess Carter inside the England half. Back with Millie Bright, 63.5 minutes on the clock. England 3, China 1. And I say, as things stand, England are cruising into the last 16 and a meeting with Nigeria. Not sure when that game is, actually. I have to check the fixtures. It'll probably be at the weekend, hopefully. So we'll see when it is anyway. Also, England, coming forward again over on that far side with Russo, who's working so hard, isn't she, in this game? She's had a really good performance from Russo today. Lauren James, another outstanding performer as well. Katie Zellum on the ball now, another great performance. Great performance from her. So there's been a lot of standout performances. Lauren Hem's had a great game. You could almost go through this England team, couldn't you? The second half's not been as good. But you've got to take into account the circumstance of the game, haven't you? And that's understandable. You don't have to play with that intensity for 90 minutes in a group game that you're winning 3-0. Anyway, that's a long ball into the box. Russo again does well, just chests it off. Actually, it wasn't. That was Laura Coombs, I think, actually, who chested it off. Anyway, England now in possession over on that far side. Alex Greenwood finds Rachel Daly. Back heel up the line to Lauren James, puts a good cross in towards the edge of 6-yard box. Coombs was after that one. He's come to the edge of the box to Carter, finds Lucy Bronze just inside the penalty area. Lucy Bronze couldn't quite get a cross in, but Carter will. It's a good ball to the far post. Lauren James is there. Oh, and the volley, she's finished it. This one is going to count. She has got her third goal of the World Cup. Her second goal today. Lauren James with the finish at the far post. It was just Carter's cross. That goal was made in Chelsea. It is China 1, England 4, and finally Lauren James does get the second goal. She was denied in the end of that first half, but she's got it now, and it was another great finish on the volley actually at the far post. The cross from Jess Carter from that near side, and Lauren James coming at the far post and finished first time across the keeper. Another really good finish from her. She's having a great tournament, isn't she? First time cross from Carter. Look at that cross there, and then the first time finish. That's with her left foot as well, a weaker foot, but she didn't even think twice about it, did she? She just guided it into that corner first time. That's a really good finish that is there from Lauren James. A keeper again, maybe not the best, but these are good goals, good finishings from England today. And Terry says there, LJ making me look silly. Well, no, I mean, to be honest with you, I've always felt the same, and I do feel as though, she's still a young player, isn't she? We have got to take that into account. I always felt as though decision making in the final third was too inconsistent. She'd shoot when she should pass, she'd pass when she should shoot. Crossing wasn't always great, and I don't think anybody's really questioned her ability on the ball. She's strong, she's fast. She's got quick feet, all these kind of things, and it's like I don't know. She just needs it all to come together, and it is in this tournament. It has started to come together, hasn't it? And I think she's had 2 really, really good games. She's got 3 goals, and I think an assist as well in this game. So she's in great form, and she's proven herself to be on the world stage a great player, and it's great to see. And I say, before the tournament, we said we wanted someone to step into that Beth Mead kind of role and take on the sort of responsibility that Beth Mead has in that final third. And you have to say, Lauren James was a player. I did say before the tournament, potentially she could be the one to do that. I wasn't sure she'd have the consistency and the maturity to be able to, but she has. It's brilliant. She's having a great tournament. Anyway, that ball played over the top from Russo, looking for Hemp, but the Chinese defence managed to get it away. Lauren James on a hat-trick, of course, heads it out to Rachel Daly. I'm sure she'll be desperate to try and get a hat-trick as well, won't she? But Rachel Daly's lost out there and then commits a foul. It looks as though Niamh Charles may well be coming on for England very, very shortly as well, potentially for Rachel Daly, you feel, or maybe Alex Greenwood. And Beth England's coming on as well. It looks like England are making 2 more changes here. Still no sign of Lotta Ruben-Moy getting some minutes in the World Cup, is there? But you never know. There's still time, isn't there, in this tournament, although she didn't play at all in the Euros, did she? Anyway, you'd imagine Russo will come off for Beth England, and either Alex Greenwood or Rachel Daly is going to come off for Niamh Charles, you would imagine. And that'll probably be the 2 changes that we're going to make. We've played 68 minutes of this match. So we're sort of just over midway through the second half. Lucy Bronze now in looking for more goals, and why not? The way we've played today, we certainly could have and deserved to score a few more goals. But anyway, let's see what the rest of this game brings. 22 minutes to play. China in possession inside their own half. And some nice football there from China, actually. They've done that quite well, but England have won the ball back, although not for very long, and China can come forward again. But Katie Zellum again just wins the ball, puts it out for a throw to China, and it's going to be another throw now. Millie Bright puts that ball out. We're coming up to the last 20 minutes. China 1, England 4. It's been overall a really good performance from England. Yeah, the start of the second half was a bit sloppy, but understandable in the circumstances when we were dominating the game so much. And that's a long ball played over the top of Mary Earps. He's just going to let that run out. Sensible goalkeeping there from Earps. And now we look like we're going to make these substitutions now. Niamh Charles and Beth England are both going to come on now, and Chloe Kelly as well. So there's 3 substitutions for England to go along with the one that we made at half time. So Niamh Charles is going to get her first World Cup action. Of course, Chloe Kelly's been in the team up until now, hasn't she? So, and of course, we know that Beth England came on in the last game as well, didn't she? England looking for some more goals now. Again, Lucy Bronze very far advanced up the pitch, but you can't keep that in. It's going to be a goal kick, and now it's probably the opportunity to get the substitutions on, isn't it? So let's see who's going to come off then. I'm sure not going to take Lauren James off when she's on a hat-trick. I think it's going to be Lauren Hemp, actually, that's going to go off for Chloe Kelly by the look of it. In fact, the first one's Niamh Charles for Lucy Bronze. Again, I think maybe the booking that she's got, Russo is going off, and we assume she would. Brilliant performance from Russo today. Goal for her, a good all-round performance. And Lauren Hemp as well, a goal for her as well, and a good all-round performance. So just freshening it up a bit for these last 20 minutes. So Beth England is now going to play through the middle. Chloe Kelly is probably going to be on the left, do you think? And obviously on the right side of the defence there. Lucy Bronze seems quite frustrated to have been taken off, actually. She didn't want She seemed a bit frustrated there, but I think, again, it's probably to do with the yellow card, isn't it? And it looks like Niamh Charles is just going to drop in at right back. She's normally a left back, isn't she, Niamh Charles? But anyway, she's dropped in at right back for this final 20 minutes or so of this game. And she's getting her first taste of World Cup action. And it must be the yellow card that's been the decision for Lucy Bronze. I mean, it's been a strange game for Lucy, hasn't it? It was her being offside that led to the fourth goal being disallowed in the first half. Then it was her handball that conceded a penalty. She hit the post with a chance as well. It's been a bit of a mixed bag today for Lucy Bronze, but she played well. And now Beth England trying to link the play up for England in the attacking sense. And she's got the ball now in the box. Beth England plays it square across for Chloe Kelly. The two substitutes there. It's going to be a corner. Maybe Beth England should have had a shot. And had she been on the pitch a bit longer, maybe she would have had a shot. But perhaps she just wanted to feel her way into the game there. It was pretty much her first touch. Well, it's her second touch actually there. She should have pinged it. Instead, it was a nice ball actually to Chloe Kelly, but she should have had a shot there. And it should have been another goal for England. Anyway, it's a corner instead, which Katie Zellen's going to take from this near side. England looking for a fifth goal, which would put the seal on this performance. A header from Rachel Daly there goes over the top. And quite comfortably over the top as well, you have to say. And yeah, England cruising in to the last 16. It's been a good performance overall. And I'm sure Beth England and Chloe Kelly will be looking to get a goal or two, won't they, in these closing stages. It's a big opportunity for them, isn't it, to make an impression in this World Cup. China are now going to make a substitution as well. It's going to be Zhu coming on and Wu going off. So, or is that Wu coming on as well? Yeah, Wu and Zhu are coming on. And we're not sure who's going off yet because they're not making the changes yet. It's just really a matter of playing for pride for China now, isn't it? They're out of the World Cup. It's going to be Denmark to go through with England. And, yeah, China will be going home with Haiti. And Haiti have certainly gave us all some excitement in this World Cup, haven't they? I don't think they've scored a goal yet, but they've certainly created a lot of interest in their football because we didn't know too much about them before, and they've certainly done themselves a big favour in this tournament, haven't they? It's a big step forward for them, and I'm sure they'll be back at other tournaments later on, and I'm sure they're going to grow as a nation as time goes on. But they will be going home along with China as well. And England and Denmark will be through. So it'll be England against Nigeria and Denmark against Australia. Interesting, couple of interesting games there in the last 16. There'll be a few more interesting games as well. We'll go through the draw actually after. So here are the China substitutions. And Wang is going off for Zhu. Wang, of course, a goal scorer. Scored both their goals at this tournament from penalties. Plays for Louisville in America. And it is Zhu coming on. And Lee's going off as well. And it is going to be, is it Wu that's coming on? So it's Wu for Lee as well. And that is the two substitutions there for China. Coming up to the last 15 minutes of this final Group D game. China 1, England 4. And England are going to be winning this group, topping the group with 9 points. Not too many teams have got 9 points, have they, in this World Cup? So England will be going in to the last 16. We wanted a performance, didn't we, today? We could take into the last 16, with a lot of confidence. So that's kind of what we've done. And that's a good sign, isn't it, going forward? And hopefully this will be the sign of things to come in the rest of this World Cup. And we'll see the real England, which I think we've done today. It's been a lot more like the real Lionesses team in this performance today, a lot more so than in the previous two. Although there was positive signs in that Denmark game, but today has been something completely different, much better. Anyway, China are coming forward now, looking to try to find another goal back, which would take a little bit of shine off this performance if they were to get a second goal, wouldn't it? Anyway, they haven't done because England coming forward now. Niamh Charles on this near side. But that's good defending from China there, actually. The ball's gone out for a throw instead. And England have won the ball back Lauren James pings the ball over the top, looking for Chloe Kelly. The goalkeeper's come out of her area. Oh, she's missed it completely. Chloe Kelly's in. It's 5-1. Oh, a terrible mistake from the China goalkeeper. And she missed the ball completely. It bounced over her. She came out of her area, Zhu, there to get the ball. She misjudged it. It bounced over her head. Chloe Kelly was there. Couldn't miss the open goal. England have got a fifth goal. A strange goal in many ways. But no one really cares about that. England have got a fifth goal, and it is brilliant stuff. Chloe Kelly is only just come on, got her first goal in this tournament, of course. Her last goal for England was the last goal in the tournament for England. Sorry, was of course the winner in the Euros. This goal wasn't quite as important or quite as good actually, but anyway, it was a terrible mistake by the goalkeeper. Terry says there, oh dear, indeed, yeah, oh dear from the goalkeeper, and Chloe Kelly just rolls it in to the net. Don't know what the goalie was doing there. She completely lost her. She come out of her goal, lost her bearings completely. It's quite funny watching it. You shouldn't really laugh at the goalkeeper. It's not nice, is it? But anyway, she made a very bad mistake, and Chloe Kelly won't care. She's got her first World Cup goal, and it is China 1, England 5, and it's been a very good performance, has it, from England. We deserve these goals anyway. We could have had a few more. We've got 5, and there's still 12 and a half minutes to play. Enough time to get some more as well, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe we can try and get the biggest, where we can get the biggest win of the World Cup, which I think 6-0 so far, isn't it? So we need another 2 goals to beat that. And you have to say you fancy our chances of doing it now. We've got enough time left, haven't we? And that would be a real statement, wouldn't it? A real statement performance from England. If we were to, I mean, it is anyway, a 5-1 victory against, yes, you have to say this isn't a great China side. You've got to be honest. They're not a very good team, are they? But this has been more about the way that we've played. You know, certainly the way we played in that first half. You say that we could beat anybody playing like that. And while the second half hasn't been quite as fluid and as it was in that first half, you know, we've made some changes, 1 or 2 other things as well. The whole nature of the game when you're winning so comfortably. But no, it's been impressive this from England, really has. And it's good to say we wanted to see some goals, didn't we, today, just to give us some confidence going into that knockout stage. And to be 5-1 up, incredible. And there's still, I say, 12 minutes to play. So there's plenty of time, and there'll be a bit of stoppage time as well, all the substitutions, some VAR as well. Quite a long stoppage for that VAR, wasn't there, for the penalty? So I'm sure we're going to get some stoppage time as well. So plenty of time there for England to get a few more goals here. But we don't need to, of course. We've done the job we needed to do. We only needed a draw, and we've done a lot better than that, haven't we? And Ella Toon is now going to be the 5th substitute for England coming on. I'm sure she'd been disappointed to have been left out of the team today. But we changed things slightly, didn't we, with Kiera Walsh not in the team? And it's worked. So I don't think anyone can have too many complaints about that. But Ella Toon is going to get the last 10 minutes or so to get onto this game. And who's going to go off? Will it be Lauren James? She's on a hat-trick. You want to keep her on maybe, wouldn't you? And England coming forward again now. Chloe Kelly tried to dink the ball through to Beth England. Just want maybe Lauren James to get that hat-trick, because that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? And it would put her in the hunt for a golden boot, wouldn't it? Terry says, here comes the Toon. Indeed, let's hope that she puts in a slightly better performance than she has done so far in this World Cup, because she's been quite disappointing, I think, Ella Toon. Anyway, she's coming on now. Not sure it is Lauren James going off. Brilliant performance from Lauren James today. 2 fantastic goals. Another one disallowed. That would have been a great goal as well. That would have been, in fact, if that goal hadn't been disallowed, that would have been probably the best hat-trick of this World Cup, wouldn't it? Brilliant finishes from her. Brilliant performance again. And she has certainly done her reputation a lot of good in this World Cup so far, hasn't she? 2 brilliant performances from her. And she is getting the congratulations of the players on the bench, fully deserved as well. And Ella Toon's on for these last 10 minutes. So let's see if she can make an impact as well. Mark C says there, when things go to VAR, it's time to put the kettle on. It has been in this World Cup, hasn't it? They took about 10 minutes to decide that penalty, didn't they? Anyway, no, brilliant from Lauren James. Absolutely fantastic from her. And yeah, it's going to be... she's played herself into this team now, hasn't she? She's almost the first name on the team sheet at the minute. And it is 5-1 to England. And see if we can get another goal. 6 is the most anyone scored, as we said. In Germany beat Morocco 6-0, didn't they? So see if we can score 6 as well. Just to say what Germany can do, we can do as well. China looking for another goal actually, but good defending from Rachel Daly, and a shot comes in. It's blocked by Ella Toon. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. Is it to China right on the edge of the penalty area, or is it a free kick to England? Not quite sure what's happened there. The referee's blown for something. The ball's hit the referee. And a shot actually came in, it hit the referee. So it's going to be a drop ball on the edge of the penalty area. Is it going to be uncontested? China are going to get possession back on the edge of the England penalty area. Strange one, that, isn't it? When a shot comes in, it hits a referee. Anyway, it's going to be a drop ball to China just outside the penalty area. I don't know what's happening here. The referee has got the ball now. She's walking towards Mary Earps. Not really sure what's happening here. I don't think the referee really knows. In fact, she's just dropped the ball for Mary Earps, the referee. Not quite sure what that was all about. I mean, obviously, China in possession. It was a China shot. I don't know whether it was decided that the shot was going to go towards the goalkeeper anyway. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm surprised it wasn't China that were allowed the ball from the drop ball. But anyway, we won't complain too much. And Chloe Kelly's back in again on this near side. Can she keep the ball in play? She does. Oh, nice little nutmeg there from Chloe Kelly. She tried to run past the defender. She was blocked off a little bit. The referee's just given a throw though to England. And Chloe Kelly with the most recent goal for England. And we've taken that throw now. Ella Toon finds Niamh Charles. Really good use of the squad in this game. Ella Toon with a cross towards the near post. Headed out though by the Chinese defence. Toon's got it again. Chloe Kelly pings it across the goal. It's going to fall into the box. Is it in the far post? It is a goal. Rachel Daly's got it. It's 6 for England. And it's a great finish again from Rachel Daly. Or pinged around the penalty a little bit. It was fired across the box actually from Chloe Kelly. Ricocheted around. It fell to Rachel Daly. She smashed it into the net. England have got another goal. And it's another different goal scorer as well. It's Rachel Daly with this one. It's come to... Oh, is she offside? I don't think she is offside. No, I think the defender there, number 8, was playing her on, Yao. The shot from Laura Coombs, it was, got deflected, fell to Rachel Daly at a far post, and she smashed it in. And I don't know whether VAR are going to check this, actually. Because there's a little hint of offside. She looks onside to me, but the way that VAR's gone in this game, a nice little celebration between Rachel Daly and Millie Bright there. Those two get on very well, don't they? Mark C says there, who will England face in the next round? Nigeria. It is Nigeria. So the runners up in Group B, which won't be easy, but I'm confident we can win. They are checking this goal, by the way, for VAR. So we're going to have another 10-minute delay, I'm sure. I personally think it's onside. It looks onside, didn't it, to me? But we'll see what they decide. We thought the original goal from the first half that got disallowed was going to be given, and it wasn't. So who's to say what the referee's going to decide here, what VAR are going to decide? There's been far too many decisions that's taken far too long in this game. Not just this game, but this game in particular. So we don't know yet whether Rachel Daly has got this goal or not. We are still going to have to wait a few more seconds or a few minutes possibly to find out what the decision is. VAR, they've enjoyed themselves today, VAR. They wanted to get involved in everything that's gone on. And the goal's been given, the check's complete. It was onside, the goal's been given. No need to worry too much. It is 6-1 to England. And Rachel Daly does have a World Cup goal. And yeah, England have now matched the German goal tally from their game against Morocco. And we've still got 5 minutes plus quite a large chunk of stoppage time to see if we can add another one and get the biggest win of the World Cup. But we'll see. Or equal the biggest win. Obviously, 6-0 is the biggest win. 7-1 would equal it, but we'd have got 7 goals. So our win will be better, won't it? And let's see whether or not we can. England player's gone down injured, actually, as China come forward over on that far side. But China have been really humbled in this game, haven't they? and we have ripped them to pieces at times. Cross comes in, and it's going to be an easy header away from Niamh Charles. It wasn't a great header, actually, but England are going to survive while they know the ball's to the box. The shot comes in. Good save from Mary Earps. The rebound, though, still inside the England penalty area. Cross comes back in again, and this time it's cleared away by Rachel Daly. It's a poor header, actually, from Niamh Charles initially to that cross. And then the shot came in. It was from the from Chen, it was from the edge of the box. Decent save down to her left-hand side from Mary Earps. She hasn't had to do an awful lot in this game, but she's made 2 good saves now, and that's fine. And Denmark look as though they have qualified. I don't know if that game's finished yet. They are 1-0 up still. That penalty from Pernilla Harder has given Denmark the 3 points they were about to. So they will qualify in second place. And China will go home with their tails between their legs, won't they? Following this real humiliation by this great England side, this great England performance today. Jess Carter's coming forward. England are looking for more goals. And the finishing today has been brilliant, hasn't it? You know, we've criticised this England team for not being clinical enough in front of goal in recent games. And, you know, today, that's the one thing that you can't criticise us for, because it's clinical has been the word that we've been. Some fantastic finishes, brilliant. Some angry-looking finishes as well from some of the players, as though, you know, the frustration of the last few games has maybe got to them. But today's been really, really good, hasn't it? Anyway, Ella too now, she's going to want a goal, isn't she? Beth England lays that one off to Chloe Kelly. England played some great football in this game as well. Alex Greenwood thought about a shot from distance instead, plays it out to the far side to Rachel Day. Cross comes in. Oh, and not great defending, actually. Niamh Charles can pick this ball up for England. We're into the last 2 minutes now of normal time. There's probably going to be 6 minutes of stoppage time, isn't it? You'd imagine at least for some of these VAR checks. A lot of substitutions as well. Obviously, there's been a lot of goals in this second half as well, hasn't there? It's been a very good game to watch, very entertaining. Of course, we've loved it because we've seen our Lionesses team produce a sort of performance that we've been waiting for quite a long time, really. And hopefully now the confidence that we'll get from this is going to be crucial going forward, isn't it? Don't forget, tonight we are back 8 o'clock. It'll be me and Andreas. We'll be talking about this game, looking back on it, discussing this performance, and obviously looking ahead to the round of the last 16 game against Nigeria as well. That's will come up at 8 o'clock tonight. So join us for that. And as well, what I'm going to try and do is on Friday is we are going to do a Community Shield preview show as well. Arsenal, of course, play Manchester City this weekend in the traditional curtain raiser to the season. So we're going to have a preview of that on Friday. Going to get a couple of the guys in, and we'll look ahead to that one. So it's a bit more. Obviously, we're going to be starting a new season soon. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming up on the channel. Obviously, the watchalongs, which we'll be doing, of course, the Community Shield watchalong as well. And we'll be starting up with all the normal stuff. You know, we'll be having the Arsenal review show starting up again. Of course, next week will be the first one. Looking back on a Community Shield and looking ahead to the first league game of the new season against Nottingham Forest as well. And we'll be doing some more great stuff as well through the week. Just some new shows that we'll be doing as well. We've got a new host for the Arsenal review. Adam's going to be taking on that show. So loads of great stuff to come. So yeah, don't miss out on any of it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, we'll be covering some more of these games in the World Cup, doing some more World Cup shows as well. And lots more great stuff to come as we move into the new season. England coming forward again, looking for this 7th goal. Alex Greenwood over on that far side plays it back to Rachel Daly. It was her goal. They've got a 6. A good cross, looking for Beth England, but it's not going to quite reach her. And it's run all the way through to goalkeeper Zhu, who's had a, shall we say, a very strange game. The Chinese goalkeeper. It was a terrible mistake for the 5th goal, wasn't it? And she didn't cover herself in much glory before that. Anyway, Ella 2 now in midfield. It's just considered a free kick. 90 minutes are up, so it's just going to be whatever stoppage time now the referee is going to add on. I'm assuming it's going to be quite a chunk. 6 or 7 minutes will be my guess. Could even be more. There's been 2 VAR checks already. And China are going to make a couple of substitutions. Is this just to give a couple of their players some taste of the World Cup before they head home? It's been a disappointing tournament for China, hasn't it? Just that win over Haiti. 11 minutes of stoppage time's gone up. Wow, it's a little bit more than I was expecting. But yeah, I knew there'd be quite a large chunk due to the VAR stuff. Anyway, China are coming forward. There's plenty of time, isn't there, for England to get some more goals. And that ball's going to run all the way through to Mary Earps. I'm sure she'll be disappointed that she hasn't kept a clean sheet today. But in the overall scheme of things, we can't worry too much about that, can we? We've scored 6 goals, which is, what we've been waiting, haven't we, to see this type of England performance. And that's what we've produced today, which is great. So let's see how that all goes in how we can take this into the knockout stage, because I think that's so important, isn't it? That ball's played forward to Beth England. She'll be desperate to try and get a goal, won't she? Beth England's over on that far side, plays the ball back to Laura Coombs. Now it's back to Millie Bright. Plays that ball in to midfield. Ella Toon plays out to this near side. Neve Charles tries to go around the outside. Good defending that was actually there from the fullback there from China, but the ball's gone out for a throw to England. We've played nearly 2 minutes of stoppages, and now China are going to make those substitutions. They're just showing Rachel Daly's goal again, and they're showing that she was onside. Fairly tight decision, you have to say. It was very tight, actually, as it's turned out. But it was onside, and the goal stands, and England have got 6. Very, very tight, as the referee said there. So, yeah, 6-1 to England. And we have still got 9 minutes left. So Wu and Yao have gone off for China. And coming on is Shen and Do. So they are the 2 substitutions here in stoppage time for China. Maybe give a couple of players a taste of this World Cup. But they've been well beaten today by a very, very strong England performance. Really impressive stuff this has been from England. And we are cruising in. So we've had 645 passes to China's 196. We've had 16 attempts on goal to China's 6. Incredible. Dominant performance from England. What a way to head into that knockout stage. You have to say Katie Zeller had a great game today. She'll be in with a chance of player of the match, although Lauren James will probably end up getting it with her 2 goals. And that'll be the second in a row for her, wouldn't it, if she does? England have got a throw now on this near side. Neve Charles takes it, finds Beth England, touches the ball off to Ella Toon. It's going to come to Chloe Kelly, plays it back to Neve Charles. And then she goes square to Millie Bright. We've played 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. It's still, still quite a large chunk of this game still to play. And England have still got time to get that 7th goal, which will be the biggest individual score of this World Cup. We've equalled the Germany, scored 6 against Morocco. We've equalled that today. And so there's still plenty of time to get this 7th goal. We've played nearly 4 minutes of the 11 of stoppage time. And England have got a throw in the attacking third over on that far side, which Rachel Daly is going to take. England's left-hand side, throws it in to Laura Coombs, gets it back again. That's gone straight out for a throw, actually. That was a strange pass there from Rachel Daly, wasn't it? But we'll let her off because she's got a great goal. And she's had a decent game like everybody has today. Everybody's played well. And it's, apart from there was, a little bit of a shaky spell at the start of the second half. Maybe understandably because of the scoreline at 3-0, but we've soon got to grips with it. When you make a lot of substitutions, as we have done, it does disrupt the flow a little bit, doesn't it? But we've settled down now, and the substitutes have made an impact. Chloe Kelly got herself a goal, and I think the others have done pretty well as well. So it's been a good day all round, or good night as it is in Australia. It's obviously night time there. But it's been a good day for England, and we're coming forward again looking for another goal. We've played 5 minutes of stoppage time. Jess Carter finds Neve Charles on this near side. Back to Jess Carter again. That Chelsea connection continues as the ball goes to Millie Bright. Now it goes to Alex Greenwood, pings the ball through, looking for the run there of Laura Coombs, looking for a Man City connection. And in the end, Laura Coombs finds Jess Carter. Plays up this near side now to Neve Charles again. That's a decent ball towards a penalty spot. Headed away, though, by the Chinese defender. Now it's over on that far side. England picked it up again. The shot comes in from Laura Coombs, just wide of the post. It's going to be a goal kick now. Laura Coombs with the effort. Not known for her goal scoring, is she usually, Laura Coombs? But she had a go there. Shot on the turn. Always curling away from that near post, and it's a goal kick to China. Might as well have a go. Why not? Why not have a go? You're not going to get too many opportunities to score at a World Cup, are you? So if the chance is there, why not have a shot? And that was just slightly off target there. Beth England there fighting for the ball. Played up this near side. It's going to run out. Is it for a throw to England? It is. Neve Charles there does some good defensive work. We're about halfway through the stoppage time now. So there's still, what, 5.5 minutes to play here. We've still got time for this seventh goal. Doesn't matter too much, let's be honest. We've deserved the 6 goals that we've got. We've deserved this big victory. We've been the much better team for the majority of this game. We've been strong, we've been creative, we've been clinical, and yeah, it's been a brilliant performance, hasn't it? In fact, you know what I've seen of the World Cup, and I've not seen every game. I've seen a lot of it. I've tried to watch as much as I can. I've watched all the highlights. It's been one of the best individual team performances of the World Cup, hasn't it? You know, you look at all the big nations, all the fancied nations, if you like, Spain, Brazil, Germany. They've all put in a big performance, haven't they, in the group stage? And we hadn't done, but today we haven't. Now we've put a performance up which I think is as good as anybody else has produced, any other nations produced in this World Cup. So it's what we wanted to see. And England now there'll be people that will be looking up at England and thinking, you know what, this England team are going to be definitely one of the teams to beat in this World Cup, aren't we? Now, and you know, let's see how it goes. Still, obviously, a lot of big games to come. Still, a lot of big teams obviously are left in it. It's going to be tough, isn't it? The last 16 and going forward. But yeah, this is the sort of performance that we've been wanting to see. We've waited for this, haven't we, for a long time in this World Cup. And I think Denmark have just got a second goal, have they, at the death. They have done. Denmark's got a second goal against Haiti. And they are qualifying in second place. And China are going home, which isn't surprising, really, is it? Let's be honest. So, yeah. What I was going to do was actually, I'm going to look at the draw for the last 16 as it stands at the moment. Let's have a look and see if I can find the draw. England trying to come forward again over on this near side. Let's have a look. So what we'll do then, we'll go over this in a minute. The England-Nigeria game's on Monday, 8:30 in the morning. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? It wasn't at the weekend. Anyway, not to worry. We've got 2 minutes left anyway of stoppage time at the end of what's been a brilliant England performance and a fantastic victory. Be one of our biggest victories in the World Cup, won't it? I would imagine, without looking at all the other results. I can't remember too many in recent World Cups where we've scored 6 goals, so it'll be as impressive as we've ever had, really. Anyway, England coming forward again, looking for another goal at the end. We're moving to the last 90 seconds. England coming forward. Alex Greenwood plays it towards Laura Coombs. She's got it back again. Laura Coombs, she's going to try a shot from distance again. This one's a little bit closer, but it's over the top. Laura Coombs fancy no chances of a goal today. 2 late efforts from her. That one far too high. And over the top of the crossbar it went. And that is that. One of the China players has gone down with cramp now. So it's going to be a little bit more stoppage time. It's been one of the longest games of the World Cup, this, hasn't it? Terry says there, sorry back now, bloody work, a pain in the arse. Well, you know, that's what work is, isn't it? Unfortunately, I'm going to miss the game on Monday due to work, the Nigeria game. But what can you do? You've got to earn a living, haven't you? Unfortunately, that's you know, I'm not in a position yet to be able to give up work and just do YouTube full time, unfortunately. But so I have to go to work. Otherwise, there is no YouTube. Anyway, a substitution now. Wang is coming on, and that defender just got injured there. Number 14 is Lou's gone off. So Lou's gone off and Wayne's come on just for these final few minutes of stoppage time. In fact, there's only 10 seconds of stoppage time left, although there's going to be probably another minute or so now because of that injury that we've had there. So we're still going to carry on. So it's probably been one of the longest games because we played about 11 minutes in the first half as well. So this may well be the longest game of the World Cup. But, in fact, we didn't play any more time. It's all over. England have won, and it's impressive, isn't it? Really, really is. China 1, England 6. And this time we got an early goal. It was Russo after just 3 minutes, it was, or 4 minutes, I think it may have been, when Russo scored. And against Denmark, we wasn't able to push on after that early goal, but we were today. We were clinical, we were ruthless. It was 3-0 at half-time. The second goal was Lauren Hemp, brilliant finish, and then Lauren James with another brilliant finish to make it 3-0. Lauren James had a goal disallowed before half-time to make it 4-0. We would have been 4-0. It got disallowed just before half-time. The second half, we started a bit sloppy, didn't we? We gave the ball away a few times and whatnot, and yeah, it wasn't too great, was it? And then China got a penalty handball against Lucy Bronze, a bit harsh. I thought it was personally, but it was given, and China scored. It was Wang with the penalty, but then England regained control. Lauren James got the fourth goal, brilliant finish from her at the far post, a left-footed volley. The fifth goal was substitute Chloe Kelly. The goalkeeper completely misjudged a long ball, and Chloe Kelly was just able to roll it into the net. And then Rachel Daly got the sixth goal at the far post. Good finish there as well. So, we hit the post as well. Lucy Bronze in the first half. We had a goal disallowed. It could have been a lot better, couldn't it? So there you go. Mark C says there, you got the heating on. It's cold. I haven't got the heating on, no. Don't need the heating on. It is quite cold up north at the minute, but when I say it's quite cold, it's cold for August in the sense that it's about 18 degrees or something. But anyway, no, I've not got the heating on. Maybe I could do it on maybe later, but looks like it might rain actually. But anyway, so it's a really good England performance actually. Brilliant stuff. Now, let's go through this last 16 then, as it stands at the minute. There's still a few groups to be decided, but you've got Switzerland against Spain. I think Spain will probably win that. Do we think? Netherlands obviously are through. They're going to play the second place team in Group G. That's not going to be decided till tomorrow. So we don't know who they're going to be playing. Japan against Norway. What I've seen of Norway, I think Japan will win that one. Then you've got USA are going to be playing the winners of Group G. Again, that's to be decided, isn't it, tomorrow? USA will probably win that, though, you'd think. Australia, of course, play Denmark, which we already know. That's quite a tough one to call. Maybe home advantage might go in their favour. Maybe Australia might nick that one, I would say. Then you've got the winner of Group F and the runner-up of Group H. Obviously, that's not decided yet. Then obviously England, Nigeria. Of course, we say England are going to win that one as well. And then you've got obviously winners of Group H and runners-up in Group F still to be decided. So there's some interesting games, isn't there? I think Australia, Denmark's an interesting game. England, Nigeria is an interesting game. Japan, Norway, and Switzerland, Spain. They're the guaranteed ones that we've got so far. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. It's certainly going to be interesting, isn't it? And should we beat Nigeria, then in the next round we're going to play the winners of the winners of Group H against the runners up of Group F. Whoever wins that, we would then play them in the quarterfinal, that's France's group, isn't it? Let's have a look actually, because where are we? So we've got group. France or Brazil in Group F, or even possibly Jamaica could go through from that one. And then we have got, of course, it's Sweden, isn't it? Sweden and Italy potentially to go through there. So yeah, you'd have to fancy our chances there as well, wouldn't you? But anyway, I say let's not get too carried away. Let's not underestimate Nigeria. That's going to be difficult, isn't it? Mark C says there that was a performance we've had in the locker. We just didn't show it to us. Absolutely, yeah. I mean that's the sort of performance that's the level that we were at in the Euros last year, wasn't it? That sort of level of performance. And I think Denmark had signs of that, didn't it, at times in that game, especially in the first half. But today, it's all come together. And you can see the difference in the reaction to the players at the end. The last two games, they've been sort of like, oh, yeah, we've won, but so what kind of thing. Whereas today, you could see at the end of that game, they celebrated because they knew that was such a good performance. And it was. So Denmark did win 2-0 in the end. So they've gone through. They will be playing Australia. We'll be playing Nigeria. China and Haiti are out, but Haiti certainly, would have boosted their reputation in world football, wouldn't they, for their performances at this World Cup? They didn't get a goal or a point, but they certainly contributed a lot to all three games, didn't they? But yeah, brilliant performance from England today. Got the job done, and we didn't just get it done. We got it done in really, really impressive fashion as well, didn't we? Great performance from England. Fantastic stuff. Difficult, isn't it, to pick a player of the match? I guess Lauren James is probably going to get it for those 2 goals, and she was brilliant again. But so we have to give credit to Katie Zellum. Came into the team, and I thought she was great. Yes, it wasn't the most difficult game to come into and play against a China team that wasn't particularly great, but you can only come in and do your job, and that's what she did. And I thought, she was brilliant today, Katie Zellum, as well. But I say everybody really contributed to that win, didn't they? Russo was brilliant as well. Good centre forward performance, wasn't it? And we've got a lot to look forward to next season at Arsenal, haven't we, with her playing for us. But yeah, brilliant from England. It was China 1, England 6. Fantastic stuff. Really, really did enjoy that game, enjoy that performance, and some really, really good goals as well. And as you said there, Mark, it's been in the locker. It has been in the locker for us, and we finally put it out there on the stage, and people are going to have to take notice of us now. We have now become one of the big favourites for this World Cup. 3 wins out of 3, which is great stuff, isn't it? So yeah, good. So don't forget tonight, 8:00, I am back with Andreas. We are going to look back on this game, go through it all, and also we're going to look ahead to the last 16 game against Nigeria as well. Talk about some of the other games that we've mentioned. We'll have a little more in-depth look at them as well, and some of the other potential matchups that's going to be coming forward over the next couple of days when the group stage is finished. So that's going to be good. Mark C says there, proper test Nigeria. No, it'll be a test. Of course it will. It'll absolutely be a test. But I feel that now with the confidence back, we should win that game. I'm confident we can win that game. But let's not get carried away, of course, because we can't afford to do that. A World Cup knockout, anything can happen. And I'm sure Nigeria will fancy their chances. But we've got to be confident, haven't we, of going into that game and winning. And then who knows? But yeah, it's been brilliant today. So yeah, so join us tonight, me and Andreas, 8:00. We are going to look back on this game and I say look at the rest of the last 16, the other games from today as well. And yeah, we look forward to your company at 8:00 tonight. And then I say coming up later in the week, we've got the Community Shield preview show. We'll have the live watch along at the Community Shield at the weekend as well. And then, of course, next week we'll be looking ahead to the new Premier League season. We'll have the Arsenal review show on Tuesday with Adam hosting, and there'll be 1 or 2 other bits and bobs. We'll do some World Cup stuff as well. Obviously, Monday night after the England game against Nigeria. Loads more stuff coming. So, yeah, thanks for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly did. It finished China 1, England 6. What a great game. I'll be back tonight, 8:00 with Andreas. So we'll see you for that one. And yeah, brilliant stuff from England today, wasn't it? Much more like it. I feel a lot more calm and relaxed about this England team now. Back to where we should be. Back to where we want to see this, what we want to see this team doing. Brilliant stuff. Great to see Russo on the score sheet as well. Another Arsenal player finding a target at this World Cup. There's been quite a few, hopefully a few more to come. So we'll see you tonight at 8:00. So join us for that. I say loads more great stuff to come on the channel as well. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like as well. We'll see you tonight. Come on, you Lionesses. That was great, wasn't it? Brilliant stuff. See you later, guys.
Lionesses, you come so far, but don't forget, though, who you are. Your roots are yours, but also ours. giving hope to rising stars. Lionesses, here we go. 2-8-0.